coming to you from the top of the beautiful Sky Tower in some unnamed land. This is the Final Fantasy Randomizer weekly race here on Speed Gaming. Hey everyone, I'm Cyclone. I'm joined by the one and only Sonny Wraith. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well this evening, Cyclone. I'm definitely ready to see these runners blast through a very, very nice flag set.
And since you were reviewing the flag set, why don't you tell us a little bit about the flag set tonight?
So tonight, the flags we are bringing to you are flag set that's actually been proposed for the spring tournament.
Ooh.
And one thing to note with this specific flag set is item magic is going to be shuffled. So there's a potential to find an item that has fade or nuke. One other thing to keep in mind that these runners will be looking for are 3 loose items, because we have 3 extra items incentivized in the pool. Those 3 items are the Thor hammer, the white shirt, and the black shirt. But there are only 18 incentivized locations. So with that in mind, this could be anybody's game. It's going to come down to who finds the loose items and when they find the loose items.
And we do have some excellent runners here on the stream. I remember St. Von Jester from the Platypus tournament, Demon Frog I've seen before, Meridian I've seen before. Burt Reynolds is a fairly new runner on my experience, though. What do you know about him?
So Burt Reynolds is a very new runner. Ended up jumping into the randomizer head first and has really, really made some great advancements overall. He's actually hanging with some of the top runners, some of the veteran runners of the randomizer itself, and even beating a lot of them.
Oh, wow. In any case, our race is underway. We will talk more about the flags as we go here. Let's see what we have in the first shops here. Magic, we have Life 2, Cure 3. That's a good start.
Life 2 being Red Mage learnable, Cure 3 being locked out, unfortunately. Heal 2 also being Red Mage learnable. And in Black Magic, there really wasn't much to be noted.
A single fire spell maybe for killing Garland, but not anything worthwhile.
Hold being usable on carry as well, but that may be a ways out for all we know.
Yeah, I think we spy the white magic when we go from there. I think we're going to look for weapons, and there's a nice silver sword for $2,200. That's not very easily attainable at this point.
And a very inexpensive chainmail at 15 gold a pop. That'll definitely get some good work done. SVJ heading straight towards the King of Canaria, who has the canoe. And the key being the item in the item shop for 1,632 gold just in Canaria. That is some huge information.
That could be very useful after they go to defeat Garland. If they find some gold in Temple of Fiends, that key is immediately in their possession. So that's one item. The item in the item shop already found. They don't have to worry about that again.
Absolutely. Bert showing us that Greater Imps are not to be trifled with today.
Oh my.
And Bert also pulling Garland, while Demon Frog is also pulling Garland, queuing up the fire spells, trying to get a little extra damage out with fire.
We're already getting the heal 2 put to good use here. Cure 3 as well.
SVJ finding a fast staff.
Yeah, Meridian doing some exploring here and is finding just a very, very small amount of money up there with that fast staff.
We might actually see some very good use of that fast staff later on.
That can get a lot of very good use, definitely. It'll be further interesting whether we actually find the spell fast at a very convenient level. If there's no convenient spell access, that fast staff could come in to be crucial if certain runners find it, certain runners don't.
That is very true. Demon and Bert still just swinging away at Garland. SVJ also has Garland pulled, but that Black Mage takes the first shot and just falls right over. Meridian heading back to Canaria to pick up some save items after finding that fast staff.
The fighter has fallen over on Burt Reynolds' screen. Meanwhile, Demon Frog does take out the Garland. Burt decides to give it a fresh try.
And Demon Frog getting the crystal from Sarah, so able to head towards Matoya's cave and get that turned in.
Now, it looks like St. Von Jester is also having difficulty in the Garland fight, only down to the Red Mage at this point. Very minimal damage from the Red Mage. This is going to be a slog in his stead.
You hate to see it. Demon Frog going to give us our first look at Matoya.
This could be a little bit of an advantage because obviously Garland has to be killed for this to be redeemable, and Meridian has not made any move towards defeating Garland, I don't think, yet. So the crystal's not in play for Meridian for a while. Looks like Burt Rounds is building some experience. And not sure if St. Von Jester is going to go back and give us a second try right now or not.
But Matoya has a sweeper hammer, Ice 2 hammer. That is going to be used a lot here in the beginning of the seed if there's not a sweeper spell at level 2. And a sweeper spell being any of the tier 2 spells that can hit tier 2, tier 3, fade, or nuke that can hit all of the enemies in one go. But something else to keep in mind with this flag set is that towns are going to be shuffled. So there's no guarantee that Provoca will be Provoca.
Yeah, and that's why I was going to say, in fact, in response to what you said about the Ice 2 hammer, that's going to be used even if there is a sweeper spell in whatever town we come to next. So that's going to be free magic. You can't beat free magic.
Not at all. Demon getting stopped by a pack of wolves. SVJ going at Garland again.
Round 2, fight!
Now that level 1 life 2 is just enormous. Just because that's learnable by the Red Mage. So the runners here that took Red Mages definitely have a lot of utility coming from them.
Oh, the Jeep took a fall, but everyone else stayed alive and Garland fell for SVJ. So now Demon Frog is going to give it another try eventually. Actually, no, Demon Frog already has it. Burt Round's giving another try right now, rather. So he's going to do take 2 of Garland.
Yeah, the Imps do have Scorch, and that's something you really don't want to see.
No, that's awful. And we have Meridian doing his shopping of the finest items in Corneria.
I'm going to go ahead and pick up an Iron Hammer as well.
Can't
It'll at least do a little bit of damage.
Can't go wrong for $8.
Not at all. That Iron Hammer actually may have some use. It looks like Demon Frog is running back to Canaria. SVJ inside Matoya's cave. Gonna get those few items and be able to equip them. And Demon Frog running into the item shop. Gonna buy that key.
Burt Reynolds, by the way, is now completed the Garland fight, getting his crystal in his canoe. And it looks like Meridian is heading upstairs right now, and he does not have Garland defeated yet because the princess is not there, so getting his canoe.
Demon Frog picking up life on the Red Mages. And Burt giving us our first look at Locked Canaria.
What do we have there?
Right behind.
Money, a silver helmet, and a heal potion. Nothing special so far. Another silver helmet, a copper bracelet, and a little more money to pay for that key.
Actually, that chest just reimbursed the key overall.
Yeah, times 3.
SVJ has found a nice town. SVJ has found Elfland that has Lit 3 and Brack. Brack being extremely useful since it can instant kill both Tiamat 1 and Kraken 1.
And that's at level 3.
Relative ease.
And that's at level 3, but I saw Pure and A Light sitting in the other magic shop, and that's not any good.
No. A-lit and pure. You look at them and you just write them off. And I do believe SVJ went into Provoca, so Elfland is at Provoca. Level 4 exit, slot 2 of the white magic, so... Oh, level 4 nuke as well.
That's a very nice spell to have.
The problem with exit being in slot 2 is that's not going to be learnable by the red mage or the red wizard.
Now, good news is most of our parties here seem to have black wizards in them, so that will still be good for nuke learnage.
And Demon Frog finding a Quake Helm. Meridian also making it to Elfland.
I think I saw an Ice 3, and I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, but some kind of an Ice 3 spell found by Demon Frog.
The Defender.
That is that. Oh, that makes sense. And that is in the Dwarf Cave locked room. So, hooray!
The defense sword is an Ice 3 sword. So these runners have an Ice 2 hammer from Matoya and an Ice 3 sword from the Dwarven Armory.
So what you're saying is it's going to be a really chilly seed.
It's going to be quite cold.
Yeah.
You may want to bundle up.
May want to give this one the cold shoulder.
Not quite yet. We haven't seen any loose items, so...
Okay.
But if there's an early loose floater, then the other runners may be giving this seed the cold shoulder for all we know.
So Demon Frog is going to go get the items, but he's not going to be able to take on Astos yet. We'll point out Astos later for those not familiar.
Ooh, those gargoyles do a lot of damage.
Yeah, they hurt. And slimes, and he just resets out of there.
Now, one thing to keep in mind with those slimes is if these runners had a fire sweeper, that tile would be great to take some fights on, just because it is a massive yield of gold. Demon Frog giving us a look in the Elfland Armory. 930 gold, a tent, a heal potion, and 1,339 gold. But Elfland is Crescent Lake.
Oh my. So that means we're going to get to see the old men, and they tend to have something very useful for our runners here. Let's see what the magic is first. White magic. We have Wall, Invis 2, Fade, and Life. Now, we already have Life 2, so Life is not going to be as useful. Plus, it's not Red Mage learnable. But there it is. Lit, Ice 2, Ice 3.
So, Fade will be learnable by the Red Wizard. Warp, however, will not be learnable by the Red Wizard.
And it's nice to see the old men are in an orderly fashion today.
Yeah, no confused old men this time around.
Doing his... Nah, won't go there.
Meridian getting Garland down. And then running into some Gur-Imps, Imps, and a Gur-Wolf.
And Burt Reynolds, well, it's all Ogre for him.
Getting that Ogre grind on.
Ooh, and they have Poison.
Poison touch, you hate to see it. Demon Frog making a quick save and heading off to Marsh Cave while SVJ is about to get rewarded from the Dwarven Armory.
Hooray!
Oh, Demon Frog actually heading over towards Crescent Lake.
We have 2 Poison members on Burt Reynolds' side right now.
Shoutouts to the Poison Sound.
See if he brought some pure potions with him.
Since extended open progression is on, the runners can opt to run around the island instead of taking the lakes and rivers to get to Crescent Lake. So Demon opting to do that and getting into an encounter just outside of Crescent Lake itself.
And lots of Caribs here. Let's see what the Caribs have on them today. Well, we may not get to find out.
Looks like they're just very, very bitey.
Very attack happy. One survived. And we have St. Von Jester testing out the trap tiles. There's 8 gargoyles. That is going to probably wipe him. And yeah, he leaves there and is going to go try the other trap tile and probably run into a bunch of slime.
I'm going to guess 4 slimes on this one.
I'm going to go with 6. Okay, should have
8.
stayed with 8.
And he's actually going to go for it.
He's a braver man than I. That Quake helmet did nothing.
All those quakes missed, but Ice 3 and Ice 2 will be coming out relatively quickly.
And the thief is killed, and he says no thank you. Ooh, we have the ghosts. That was a trap tile in Temple of Fiends, it looks like.
Yep.
Oh man, they're hitting hard today.
They are hitting real hard.
And Lightning doesn't do much of anything. He runs away.
And Bert finding a Fog 2 axe.
Oh
so
boy.
That is the light axe. There are 2 of them that will be in this seed. So that's 2 Fog 2 axes. And for those that actually may not know what the Fog 2 spell does, it boosts Absorb rating. So these ghosts that are hitting for hundreds with Fog, they'll start hitting for much less.
Demon Frog loading up all of his mages with Barak and Lit 3.
Demon's got a very bright future right now with all of that lit.
He's also going to have a very, very spicy future with all that nuke.
The enemies need to be microwaved.
Yeah, exactly.
But, unfortunately, since Demon didn't take a white mage, Demon will not have access to exit.
This is unfortunate.
But Bert and Meridian will both have access to exit.
That could be a huge advantage for them because they don't have to rely on warp. Plus, they can instant exit any dungeon they don't want to be in after they get whatever item is in it. For example, Ice Cave.
Exactly. Or even Marsh Cave, for that matter. And even though the run getting out of Marsh is a fairly short one,
who knows what's in there?
Exactly. It's one that can still be very, very deadly.
Here are the Grimps again, and they didn't get to move.
SVJ getting into Crescent Lake at Elfland to obtain the Oxy Ale, as well as Meridian obtaining that Oxy Ale.
Burt Reynolds going to head back into the castle, and he wants another crack at that trap tile. Or maybe just the treasure.
Demon Frog. Actually, not sure what Demon Frog is doing right now.
He's fighting a couple Hydras. Or at least he's trying to run away from them.
I think Demon Frog actually wants to take this fight. Hydras do give a decent amount of EXP.
Well, one character was trying to run there, so I did see that selected.
That was due to the lack of spell charges. Ooh, 4 hits, 105.
Thea barely surviving.
But getting that last Hydra down, promoting the party to level 7 by doing so. SVJ about to give us a look into Marsh Cave. Bert attempting to take on these metal slimes for their delicious, delicious experience.
That would be the only thing that's delicious out of them.
Gets 1 with Quake.
That would be a, let's see, a 12.5% success rate. Not recommended.
That's the perfect success rate for me.
1 out of 8 ain't bad. And unfortunately, that was a 100% kill rate from whatever that was. I missed what the spell was.
There were 2 melee attacks that went out onto the red mage.
Yeah, then another one cast a spell. I missed what the spell was.
Ah. If it was Quad X, then that is definitely a guaranteed kill.
Yeah.
Since none of the party members have over 300 HP. SVJ checking Upper Marsh. Not really finding anything in Upper Marsh. Demon Frog, though, also in Marsh Cave, heading towards Lower Marsh with SVJ. Meridian also entered Marsh Cave, heading towards Upper Marsh.
Meanwhile, we're finding a lot of scum.
And a little bit of muck.
Muck and scum. So they're going in different directions now, St. Von Jester and Meridian. St. Von Jester heading downstairs. And it looks like we have Demon Frog heading already around that floor. Cabin. Buddy.
Decent set of chests there.
Oh, we have the Dragon Sword upstairs.
The Dragon Sword is nice, but I'm unsure how many runners are actually going to want to keep that.
Mm-hmm.
With Fade being level 6, though, and in slot 3, which if I remember correctly, normally holds Exit, the White Mage won't be able to learn it until promotion.
Ooh,
And
vampires.
This is a tile.
This is interesting.
This is not a great tile to see, to be completely honest.
Well,
Especially this early on. But
that actually
Lit
works
3
nicely.
doing work.
Let's do
Lit
something
3
about
doing work.
anyone for grinding? That's a
Shit.
tail.
Shoutouts to Lit 3. And since Demon does have the Mystic Key, as well as all of our other runners, they can actually check the locked treasures in Marsh. So that's an Ice Sword. That's really nice to find, because that's going to give quite a bit of attack power onto the Knight.
This is the benefit of having the key available for cheap very early. If that was not available until you got to the northern continent, you were not going to come down this area for a little while. And whatever loose item could potentially be down here, because it could happen, would have been potentially left behind.
Ooh, werewolves have slow.
Well, you got to take it easy once in a while.
Anybody for, only hitting one? There was a Harm 4 staff that was picked up.
These are spell-happy wolves.
Those were very spell-happy wolves. And that Harm 4 staff, definitely screaming, go grind away on the vampire and wizard vampire.
I can tell you what else is screaming. Ice Cave.
Hello!
Wow!
So, there's something to be said about this tile, even though the Nagas have heat. This tile has an extremely high EXP yield if Demon Frog is able to survive. Ice 3 going out, not killing a single one of the waters. That does not bode well. But the Nagas are down to Lit 3. There are only 2 Light Warriors standing. This is an extremely good grind tile.
Oh!
And that is a wipe for Demon Frog. SVJ on the same tile. Let's see if SVJ has any better luck. 390 from Ice 3 on one of the waters.
Oh, Meridian had even more. Meridian had even worse disaster. He didn't get to see the tail because he ran into 7 vampires, including that one Wiz vampire.
These waters are tanky at over 488 HP. The very first water on the AoE spell, Ice 3, took 390. And then the second one that went out, Ice 2, hit for 98. That didn't kill that single water.
Yeah, they're tanky.
They are beefy. That is a scary encounter.
Yeah, the question, where is the beef? It's in the water.
No kidding there. Demon going back in.
Round 2.
Run away!
What a run!
That was beautiful. SVJ fighting some werewolves and some gerwolves.
Ampercell snorting. That's interesting.
And they're scorching.
Yeah, we saw that already.
They have a burning snort.
Yeah, their snort is filled with fire.
Meridian getting that Ice 2 hammer from Matoya. Question in chat from Mr. Versetti. Who rolled this? Danny. This is a Danny special.
Yes.
Demon taking on the Wizard Vampire, and Vampire's taking them down no problem with 2 lit 3s and taking a grind. This could be risky.
Oh, they have Dazzle. That's a rather paralyzing spell. Of course, casting Dazzle on the same Light Warrior 3 times will not get optimal results. And they fall.
Not like it really matters because, you know, lit 3's coming in for that win. Burt Reynolds looking these vampires in their eyes and deciding to quake.
Those aren't eyes. Those are empty pits of despair.
Yeah. Loose ship here in Marsh Cave.
Good find.
So Demon finding the ship, giving access to Melmond as well as Onrak, even Castle Ordeals.
Now, anyone who tries to avoid Marsh Cave, they're going to be forced to come here now.
And Meridian wiped, and you may have seen something come up after that wipe. Pardon my phone.
I'm going to have to go back and see that after.
But Meridian running back around the world.
He's also playing as a cursor, which is very interesting.
Yes.
Can someone get that mouse off the screen?
The warrior sprite on the overworld is a cursor. Which is just fantastic.
So St. Bungus are heading down into the basement once again of Marsh Cave.
Going to pick up the loose ship. There it is.
Burt Reynolds takes out some gargoyles. Getting a silver axe. I think the loose ship was up here. And there it is.
Now the only runner without a ship is Meridian, but Meridian is running back. SVJ back at the water Naga tile.
He resets. He's not going for the ship. This will cost him.
SVJ is trying to get quite a bit of EXP early on. Not that I can blame him. Provoca at Melmond. Hello, level 2 magic. Let's see.
Let's see. We have Fire 2, Lit 2, Ice Quake. Not much, but Lit 2 is going to be picked up.
And Quake.
And Quake. And let's see what we have in the white magic. White magic, we see Fog 2,
Fog
Mute,
2,
A Ice,
Cure
and
2.
Cure 2. Has second thoughts and picks up a fog 2, it looks like. Picks up a couple of fog 2s.
Fog 2 being very, very useful, increasing the absorb of the entire party per cast. And then going straight to Bicky and saying, hey, Bicky, your pirates, yeah, they're about to not exist.
Arr, hand over your item.
And Lit 3, definitely overkilling every single one of these pirates.
Yeah, I guarantee you they don't have more than 100 HP, if even that.
They normally have 10 HP.
Exactly.
Getting the Slep shirt. We don't know if that's the white shirt or the black shirt, though. That is the only problem. Pro rings for sale in the armor shop for 14,000.
He can pick up 3 of them if he wants to.
Yeah, almost 15,000, actually.
He sells some unneeded items to pick them up.
Demon picking up 3 and throwing all 3 of those on.
Dave Von Jester walking his way out of Marsh Cave, hoping to get out with his ship before something like these shadows stops him. Harm Force staff takes care of them quickly. Weaponry, Ice 2 hammer being
that sells for a lot.
Yeah, it looks like he sold that.
Got about 20,000 gold from it.
Well, if you could get a hammer that could freeze things in their tracks, wouldn't you want to pay a lot of money for it?
I mean, especially when I already have a sword that can freeze things.
Exactly. It works. Extra ice.
We'll just put them all on ice. So there are only 2 towns that have yet to be visited, and those 2 towns are, or I'm sorry, 3 towns. And those 3 towns are Onrak, Gaia, and Lefane. But Gaia and Lefane both require the airship to visit.
So nothing unusual here. We just have to figure out if Onrak is swapped with either of them.
Since extended open progression is on, these runners are able to check Onrak without needing the airship to land on the continent. There is a dock that is just south of the city itself.
We have an interesting encounter on Demon Frog's side. Let's see what the Red Creebs and Frost Gators have. Well, maybe not the Red Creebs, but maybe the Frost Gators. Nope, we're not going to see one of them either, and that was just a very heavy attack.
And a decent amount of EXP for killing that pack of enemies.
And that leads us to the Castle of Ordeals. What an ordeal.
Ayo. All right, Castle Ordeals. One thing to keep in mind about the pillar maze that's in here is it is randomized each and every time, so we don't know the way through.
That one goes through itself. Nice.
Red Goyle's not hitting for too terribly much. Bert back at the slime tile.
And we're back here. I'm watching the maze. So the upper path leads to 2 more options here.
Since Bert has nuke, Bert's able to take out all of the metal slimes.
Demon Frog not having a good time with this maze right now. He's going to walk all the way around to that far pillar at the end and see if that leads anywhere. Meanwhile, we're getting our first check of Earth Cave from St. Von Jester.
Now, this is a play I actually like coming from SVJ because there actually is a very good chance that an item is going to be here in Earth. Another play I'm surprised we haven't seen from any of these runners is a play into the volcano.
I'm actually thinking at this point we have to have, well, obviously the floater is either going to be one of these areas or it could be up in the Onrak area, possibly in the waterfall. that will still lock those other 2 towns, and we don't know what those 2 towns are yet. So it'll be interesting if Onrak is actually locked by the airship, meaning the Sea Shrine requires the airship.
Yeah, that's going to be the question. Oh, no.
Oh, we have a stun lock for Demon Frog.
Demon is in a stun lock right now.
This could take a while. Okay, one sorcerer got free, the other one got free, and now they got managed to run away.
Demon's able to run. Bert still
Maze
taking
solved.
on.
Maze has been solved.
And Demon's going to go back to sleep.
Have a good nap.
Bert's still grinding away on all of these metal slimes. Meridian, though, has made the play into the Sea Shrine.
We have Saber Tees and Catmen on the trap tile. It looks like we have our answer on the Sea Shrine.
So we've got SVJ currently in Earth Cave. We've got Meridian running around in the Sea Shrine. And we've got Demon finishing up Castle Ordeals. Bert just finding Provoke Out Melman. There's an Aegis Shield from Castle Ordeals and a slab.
The marble slab or stone one.
The Dragon Armor and Aegis are going to be very big pickups for Demon Frog, since Demon does have a fighter in the party. After promotion, that will become a knight that can then equip the knight armor as well as the Aegis Shield. And both of those combined will give a ton of absorb.
We're getting a look to see the mermaid floor right now. Since there are a lot of chests on this floor, there is a good possibility the item could be up here, the other loose item that is.
Well, there are still 2 more loose items to be found.
Well, this is not one of them.
That is unfortunate. Oh, it was Crescent Lake that was on.
It was a Crescent Lake. Nice.
That is really, really nice.
We didn't count that one apparently in our total earlier.
Which means Lefane, Gaia, and Melmond are the 3 towns that are missing.
That's right.
But that is an Invis 2 gauntlet that Meridian picked up. That is big.
So getting a look at the wonderful items in on rack, we have potions galore, cabins, houses, tents. So welcome to the housing market.
And the housing market is not that bad this time around. I just thought about something that would be absolutely disgusting.
Ooh, I like disgusting.
Loose Ruby and Volcano, meaning that the runners would have to sail to Sardis Cave, so over back to Melmond, to get the crown, to then sail to Astos, to get the herb, to then go to the prince, to get the floater, to then be in the air. Even though it could also lead to TNT, which then could lead to adamant in some way, shape, or form, that then could lead to floater. Massive fetch quest chain.
Well, in the meantime, let's review the fact that we didn't see anything important on St. Von Jester's side on Earth 4-3, so he has exited there.
Meridian still diving Sea Shrine.
Avoiding that trap tile above the chest. He will activate this one, however, to open this chest.
Floater has not been discovered yet, so I am personally hoping it is behind a fetch quest chain.
Demon is going for the volcano. He's going to go to the armory right now. Ooh, we have Blaze. That smart.
Ooh, Blaze. That early
That
on.
that really hurts.
That hurts a lot. And since it comes from the iguanas, that's it's pretty nasty to see.
Yeah, you better have a lot of life 2 charges for this one.
Bert making use of the Harm 4 staff. Hey, Demon just picked up the best armor in the game. You know, that beautiful, beautiful cloth armor.
Yeah.
That has exactly 1 absorb.
But it does protect you a little. St. Von Jester is in the Castle of Ordeals, and he's going to learn what it's like to be put to sleep. And he resets out of there. He doesn't... I guess he's afraid of the sleep block on that one.
Demon Frog finding a katana in the Volcano Armory. And a Brack Gauntlet. Burt Reynolds killing Vampire. That is a chime that was in the Vampire chest, which is normally the Ruby.
Now, they should be able to get to the Mirage Tower. They just can't get to the towns on the other side of it, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, but that means that the next loose item could be in Mirage Tower as well.
Yep, it could be.
Which means this may be a double dip Mirage.
We could get disgusting as well. We could have the
Double
the
dip
cube
Mirage
required.
fetch quest?
We could have the cube required to get to the upper Sky Palace, to get to the 3rd floor, to find the floater, to go back and find the airship.
There's only one problem with that, and that is that if I've counted correctly, the chime is the second loose item. There's the cube from Demon Frog.
Disregard whatever I just said, because that was our 3rd loose item, I think.
Which means the floater could still be locked behind a chain of fetch quests that's initiated from Ice Cave.
You're liking this.
None of our runners have been to Ice Cave yet.
I have a feeling you're going to want more. I have a feeling you wish to see more of Danny's work in the future. There's our Maz Moon. There's our Maz Moon.
The best sword in the game. If you're not SVJ and using Vorpal, which I personally use Vorpal a lot as well. The best sword in the game. Also, you may have noticed Demon Frog had A1 potions.
That's a lot of potions.
That's a steak sauce amount of potions. Oh, crack!
Oh boy. And there is the sleep. Only Autumn got affected though, and now stun is being put to use. Taya is stunned and poisoned. And Nook is asleep. And this isn't good. Nook manages to recover. He's trying to get away. Crack is put to use, and Thea succumbs. Nook is now poisoned.
Oh no!
We have stopped being put in, but nothing. Can Nook run away? Run, Nook! Run with your little legs for your life!
And there's hold again.
Oh,
this very well may be a wipe for Demon Frog.
That he just gave up on it.
So there was a question in chat during that action from Life Reboot. What is the debate on Vorpal, by the way? There's really not a debate. Vorpal is one of the best swords in the game.
Ooh.
Just for the fact that it has such a high crit rate. And due to that crit rate, stacked with temper and fast, it can deal a ton of damage in very little time. Like, you can hit Chaos for thousands of damage very quickly. If Chaos is not evasive as can be.
So, looks like the waterfall is vanilla today.
Ooh, I forgot Waterfall hadn't been checked. But yeah, there was no proc-gen Waterfall this time around. It's just your normal old Waterfall. You're not going to get in this place unless you don't know the layout of the Waterfall.
And we have a chance to see out of bounds bat if we're lucky. So we're going to see if Burt Reynolds has a glimpse of out of bounds bat.
I really hope we see out of bounds bat.
It's always fun to see out of bounds bat. I mean, you only get to see it the one time, and then, you have to come back in a future seed to see it again.
Absolutely. Demon Frog making it to the carries floor.
We had out of bounds bat.
I just saw out of bounds bat.
You're going to see it again because he got into a fight with some Paralisk.
Shout outs to my best friend, out of bounds bat.
He flaps at you from an area where you can't reach him.
All right, we are about to have our first fiend engaged. Demon Frog has engaged Carry, queuing up the fast staff and 3 nukes. Nuke 1 going out for 161, fast staff going out onto the knight. 10 hits for 257 damage on Taya. And the second nuke going out, 312. Carry goes down. Carry is made of paper mache.
Meanwhile, these giants are not made of paper. He got to the door and found the trap tile, and 2 giants destroyed Burt Reynolds.
Oh, Burt. Unfortunately, just getting destroyed by those giants. Demon Frog, are you doing what I think you're doing, Demon? Are you heading towards the ice cave? Are you going to give us a look at ice cave, where Meridian is at?
I wish we could get the fiends in here to ask them about their performance in the seeds that we generate, because it would be cool to ask Carrie how it feels to have giants who are tougher than him or her.
There you go. Actually, that would be funny to hear her response.
It would be funny to hear her response to that. I'd probably be dead.
We do have the game changer picked up.
We did
The
see a
Vorpal has been located.
So the Mazamune Vorpal Wars can begin.
Shout outs to the Vorpal Sword.
And look at this trap tile.
That's not a bad trap tile because it's super easy. There's the herb from Ice Cave. Are we starting a fetch quest chain to get the floater?
No, they got that for me for my cooking, you know?
That works.
Yeah.
Looks like Bert's back in the waterfall cave. SVJ in the area of Onrak. Gonna head up to the waterfall cave as well.
Oh,
and Meridian.
A single frost hair that St. Von Jester didn't want to fight now gets a bundle of hydras and gators that he doesn't want to fight.
And Meridian's gonna make the play towards Volcano next. And there's an upside on this, and that is Meridian will find the cube inside of Volcano and be greeted by a paper carry. There's a ribbon. That is a pretty significant find from Demon.
That's a fantastic find. I'm sure we saw that on another screen. We just didn't see it when it was found the first time.
Correct.
We're going to get to see the iguanas with Blaze again. Or the giants with Blaze, rather. So it wasn't the iguana, it was the giant.
Blazing Giants. That's all I got.
Green Giant Blaze.
Green Giant.
Okay, we'll stop singing.
Though the other one that came into my head was Flame On!
Yeah, let's not go with that one. Moving on, Meridian is checking the other chest in the armory, getting his gold, his Brack Gauntlet, and a heal potion. And a trap tile which is vanilla-ish. Except it's a vanilla enemy, but not the vanilla trap tile.
Correct. The reason... I'm not sure why Demon actually reset out of there. That's a good question, Malakoth.
Accidental tap of the button on the NES?
I mean, the reset boss is actually a thing. I've lost to the reset boss multiple times.
Oh, it can be a very costly mistake. Very costly boss to not be able to quash.
Especially if you're in Topher and just suddenly reset.
Here we go again with the Blazing
SVJ.
Giants. We got 3 of them. This is going to be a treat, one way or the other.
Come on.
Ice 3. Here comes the Blaze for the Giants. And Geen and Jeep fall. Blaze is used again. That's going to finish him off.
Yeah, goodbye, Gene, and Gene.
Good luck on another take of Blazing Giants.
So I believe we're up to like 21 Gene deaths now.
Give
from
or take.
SVJ.
Give or take a couple.
Demon getting that ribbon again and dropping back down.
We're being asked to keep going with a giant thing. I shall do that as we cue Blazing Giants, take 2.
More Blazing Giants.
Fight! And Nuke comes out. That does major damage. Blaze does less major damage, but given the HP differential, it is rather killer. Oh, 2 giants go down. Can we get the 3rd one? They get some
3
down.
Giants
we have
are
giants
down for SVJ. There's only one problem with this.
He's gonna have to possibly walk out.
Yep.
But he knows the TNT's here.
And the robot has the TNT. Also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 staff. Oh, there are more Blazing Giants in the ice cave. Ooh, SVJ is gonna scare me with this one.
Okay, yeah.
Because they are unrunnable.
I don't predict survival.
Nope. Already at 4 HP. There's no way SVJ is surviving.
Not a chance. That TNT is going to be hard to get. You have to wait for that robot to walk on the trap tile himself.
There actually is another thing they do, which, I mean, they need exit or warp.
Yeah.
Ooh, right next to that warp
it
was the Opal bracelet.
Demon Frog, meanwhile, getting his Vorpal. Yep.
Bert going through the Ordeals maze, and Demon, unfortunately, poisoned.
Yeah, having this maze shuffled is quite an ordeal, I tell you.
Just a little bit. No poison sound effect from Demon. Team Poison SFX is slightly unhappy.
You're disappointed? Ah, nice.
Disappoint.
Samuel just for giving us a view of Temple of Fiends from the luxury of his beautiful brand new ship.
Absolutely. Question from Life Reboot. Wait for the robot to walk on top of the trap tile. So the robot has a movement pattern, and it is possible to manipulate the movement pattern, albeit very hard. The robot actually will not walk on top of the trap tile. The robot will always walk by the trap tile, or always has a chance to walk by the trap tile, but the robot will never step onto the trap tile itself.
I thought I remember seeing it on the trap tile blocking me from walking in before.
Does he step on the tile? That's right, because it's the PSP remake that he doesn't, as well as the GBA.
Yeah, I remember
apologies.
I remember being blocked by that robot before.
I've actually never had it happen yet. But now that I've said that, it's gonna happen. Mark my words.
Your words have been marked. Demon Frog wandering through the rivers once again.
Demon Frog, I believe, heading to turn in the herb.
Worth noting, we are 52 minutes into the seed. We still have no floater. We still have no airship.
Yeah, this is a little scary.
It's probably on Astos. Or on the off prince at this point. But it could be
All
on
right,
Astos.
Demon Frog turning in the herb to yield the ruby!
Oh, let's go get another fetch quest item, please. Yes, please go get another fetch quest item with this.
Let's go! Oh, I'm so happy right now. Oh. Please yield the rod, Sarda. Please yield the Earth Rod. Because if Sarda has the Earth Rod, that means that the TNT is going to lead to the floater more than likely.
But then Sarda could just have another fetch quest item.
And that could be the adamant.
Yeah, the adamant. Then that could be the rod. So that'd be even better.
That could turn into the crown, that could turn into the rod. I swear I'm not evil.
Are you sure? I think you're hiding your horns behind your hair.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
I'm the best kind of evil there is. I'm chaotic evil.
St. Von Jester going through the volcano. We're going to get his look at the armory. And he disregards the fire. He also disregards the zombies and ghouls. Or tries to.
So Demon is heading towards Sarda. SVJ inside of Volcano. Gonna find that Mosmune.
Ladies and gentlemen, we get to feed the Titan today. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
And Demon heading to check these chests, getting 20,000, 25,000-ish gold.
Looks like a Quake item as well.
Yeah, another cake helmet. The crown is from TNT.
Yes, let's have another fetch quest item, please. Off to Northwest Castle with that lovely crown, which is conveniently located just north.
And there's the adamant. Oh,
get the adamant. Another fetch quest item, please.
If the TNT is the item that leads to the floater, Bert may have a very large lead.
And if he isn't,
Frog entering Sarda's cave, what is Sarda going to have tonight? Sarda has the loot.
Well, that ends that part of the fetch quest chain. So this could be the floater. No, it's the bottle! Oh my god! You can't get there yet! Unless it's in on-rack and we get there from open progression, that's the only possibility. That means, what do we still have left to find?
Gaia is at on-rack.
I don't think there's anything else. It has to be.
Gaia is at on-rack.
I think you're right. I was just thinking the same thing. I think it has to be at this point.
Oh no!
Oh boy. Get ready to sail, ladies and gentlemen.
Question from Thunder. Where did they pick up the TNT? The robot in Waterfall, who was guarded by the blazing giants.
And I guarantee you that robot was trying to blow himself up, so it's a good thing we got to it. He wanted to blow the place up. Why else would he have TNT?
Oh my gosh.
So, Burt Reynolds having that huge fetch quest chain here advantage. If he finds the floater here, he is in a good position compared to the other runners on our stream, on our restream. There's on-rack. Well, the location on-rack. We've already seen on-rack. So he's going to walk up to there right now. We figure it has to be Gaia at this point. That is our guess. It has to be Gaia to do this fetch quest.
It is
There's Gaia. There's Gaia. I'm saying it wrong. There's Gaia.
It's okay. It's interchangeable, to be completely honest. Expert Harm, 7 white magic. Nothing really great there, but the tiny fairy.
Well, first we're gonna find the heal and pure potions.
What we are wondering about right now. What does a tiny fairy have for our runners tonight
What is at the bottom of the lake?
Ladies
The
and
bottom of the lake
gentlemen,
has the
that is
rod!
Earth Rod.
I don't know if I need to ask this question, but what is your happiness level right now? Out of 10. If 10 is super happy.
I don't even know right now. I don't even know right now. My head hurts. Let me put it that way.
Like, what? Let's just ask the people watching live with us. What are your happiness levels at seeing this right now?
They have Chime and Cube Thunder, which means the floater could be in Floating Fortress.
It could be.
Earth Cave was incentivized. There is still one more loose item. I forgot Earth Cave was incentivized.
Oh, there's a loose item. Yeah, it could be in Floating Fortress. And I called that early.
I think you're right. I actually think you're right, because one thing to think about is the chest density between Mirage and Floating Fortress. There is a massive number of chests in both of those areas. And truth be told, so far this seed, the airship hasn't really been required. Now, we know that the floater will not be locked in Lefane, because Lefane is going to require the floater to get to this time around.
100%.
Because it is either in Gaia or Lefane's vanilla spot.
It does beg the question of what item is in Lefane, though. It does beg that question.
It does. But on that same token, Melmond is also currently locked by the airship.
And the slab would lead to that. So yeah, the slab would lead to being able to talk to the Lufanese, which means, yeah, both items in that chain are locked by the airship. Both parts of that chain are locked by the airship. So
Thunder asking if they have Oxyale. Yes, they have the Oxyale.
Yep.
SVJ has turned in the crystal to obtain the Oxyale. So,
and we were in the Sea Shrine.
Once SVJ turns in the crystal, SVJ will have the Oxyale.
Now, I don't think Meridian was on the lower floors on the way to Kraken, so I don't think we know what the chests on the lower floors have yet. It could be in the second floor leading to Kraken. So we'll have to find out when we get down there later, because I have a feeling we're going to do that before we go to Mirage Tower. Here's another speed bump view, and well, it just got nuked.
Yeah, that was totally a speed bump.
That's how you take out a speed bump. You just nuke it. It vaporizes. And there's the bad news for Demon Frog. And stops and contemplates the future, staring at that chest for a moment, and then he starts walking out.
Because Demon does not have the rod.
Correct. That's on Sarda, I believe.
Or Oxyale was on the Sages.
Wait a minute, that rod on Sarda. That rod on Sarda, that was a vanilla rod. I just realized that.
Exit is White Mage locked. So, yeah, SVJ has SVJ talked to the Sages then? Because I imagine SVJ has.
I'm trying to think what's still left. I mean, we have the loose item, but whatever the other item is that we need, the question is the item in Lufane going to be required? Are we going to have to get that item? I can't think what is left right now. So the ground we're in right now is ground that we've seen on everyone else's screens right now. We're coming up to... We're just past the 1 hour point in the Final Fantasy Randomizer weekly race here on Speed Gaming. I am Cyclone, joined by Sonny Rath, calling a very very fetch quest heavy seed that is literally leading them in circles. And we are down to the conclusion that the floater is most likely our last loose item because we don't have the floater, we don't have the airship, we can't get to Melmond and Lufane, which are the only two towns missing. They are locked by the airship in the Lufane and Gaia areas. Possibly in reverse order. Lufane could be the one in the rocks today, for all we know. And yeah, this is going to be one of those seeds where we have to look for that floater loose because I think that's where it is right now, loose.
Yeah, that's really the only place that it could be. But Demon Frog going back to the Metal Slime tile to get some EXP. Question in chat from Thunder. Is Sky incentivized? Sky is not incentivized this time around.
And we have Demon Frog now finally taking advantage of the ability to very quickly kill these slimes. I think this is going to be a grind on the slimes for Demon Frog. Yes, it is. So while we're covering everyone else is already seeing, I just want to remind you, follow these Forerunners. They are putting on a show in a very, very challenging seed today, and they definitely deserve your support. Those watching on YouTube, their names are exactly to see them on the screen, twitch.tv, followed by any of those 4 names.
SVJ back into the volcano, running into more of those glorious blazing giants.
Ooh, I quivered for a second there.
Demon grinding away. Bert inside of Ice Cave.
Ooh, more! And we got away, though.
Giants.
The blazing giants. Ah.
Oh, we've turned into the Count.
Yeah, that's my best voice.
I like it.
Yeah, that's my best voice. I like it.
Bert running into some red bones that didn't take much damage from the Harm Force Staff. Something that
that's unusual.
Every time I see that happen, I just have to stop for a second. Ooh, Kaizoku's having trance. That's a good thing that they didn't run into any of those too early on. And Shark's having trance?
Oh boy.
And Glare.
Glare, nice. This is a good seed.
I approve of this. Oh, I love it.
Don, this may be your finest work.
Oh, Danny,
Danny.
This seed has been glorious so far. Danny also being our tracker, doing a lot of work so far this seed. Tracking seeds with loose items is not an easy feat, and with shuffled towns, it's even more difficult.
And
Demon Frog.
Yeah, we have our Sea Shrine dive from Demon Frog. We were both about to say the same thing there.
Yeah. Demon diving into the sea.
Save on Jester finding the Stone Lock of Sorcerers and Mudgalls.
Oh, having to reset out of Volcano again. And I'm not... Oh, no. Bert did make it through ice. I was about to say, I'm not sure what happened to Bert, and then my brain just stopped, rebooted, and was like, no, he made it through ice. He's fine. He's heading towards Skuld.
At this point, it's probably hard to keep track of it.
Asher, that is a correct assumption. Nobody has taken the dive into Sky yet. Or should we say no one has ascended into the Sky yet?
That's a better way to put it. No one has bothered to climb the Mirage Tower or ascend to the sky.
An ice shield being found. Very, very nice to find. But X-Cal.
2 blazing giants.
Demon Frog finding an Excalibur. Very, very strong sword that can hit every weakness.
You know the only thing that would make this seed that much better?
a tanky chaos that
No.
that's all I got though. I don't know.
A high encounter rate for Warmech on the Bridge of Destiny and very, very tanky Warmech.
I mean, that would be nice if Warmech weren't set to, pardon me, vanilla right now.
Yeah, that would make it better, though.
So the Sharknado room has a Gurpede as the trap tile. SVJ has made it to carry, opening up with the fast staff. Gonna fight with the fighter and cast 2 nukes. First nuke going out 184. 2 hits from the fighter for 236. Carry 1 goes down. Hello, Iron on Demon Frog screen.
Was that actually a boss? I didn't see anything.
No, it was not a boss at all.
I've seen Lich stronger than that. That's rare, but I've seen it.
And Demon is going to take a few of these Iron Golem fights because this tile is amazing for using nuke on. These Iron Golems are falling to it very quickly.
Yep, 5,000 plus experience on every pair of them. So this is not a bad grind.
Yeah, 2,808 EXP per Iron Golem, if I've counted correctly. They are paper.
You're right,
2809.
2809. That's what we were saying. Yeah, 2809. Yeah, and the way these blazing giants are going in this seed, we're gonna need those levels, as being pointed out in chat by Thundercloud. Not Thundercloud, by Mr. Versetti is suggesting that the levels will be very heavily needed to deal with such disastrous enemies.
Demon making a very good move there. Instead of healing up the first red mage, I'm sorry, just having that first red mage die and then using life 2 to resurrect the red mage after it's already fallen down. Ice Mail and another Pro Cape down here at the bottom of Ice 2.
He decides he wants the Pro Cape, but isn't going to make room for the Ice Mail, which would be nice early, but right now not. Well, he does make room for it, so he is going to take it.
And equips the Pro Cape onto the red mage, which I will agree with. That's actually a very good move to do.
Because today, welcome to the first floor, the lowest floor of the Sea Shrine. We are going to be fighting another boss here momentarily, but first, release the big guy. And done.
Every time I see big eye, I think big guy, and I'm just like, what?
Oh, was that about me?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll move on. Meridian
My train of thought just went, meow.
Meridian solves the maze of the Ordeal's castle and is now upstairs on the 3rd floor.
SVJ heading towards Ice Cave. Bert still in Volcano. Just making a run of it.
And Demon Frog is making it to, well, first we're going to have the Sea Snake Party Platter here, but is now going to enter the Kraken room and going to heal up and prepare. And ladies and gentlemen, release the Kraken!
Now, since Demon Frog has just a huge amount of Brack charges, Brack's going to go out. And
none work.
First round, no Bracks connect.
Well,
but that's fine. There are 15 charges of Brack to use. Second round, ineffective for the first Brack. Second Brack, broken into pieces. We have Kraken turned into gravel.
Gravel Kraken is best Kraken.
With that, Demon has 2 orbs lit.
And that's what we call the halfway point.
And Demon is actually going to dive back into Sea Shrine and check the upper part of the Sea Shrine.
Now, this is a good play for Demon Frog to do because the mermaid floor obviously is devoid of enemies, and therefore it makes sense to check everything up here. But we know this is not the answer. We know that Demon Frog can leave and go to somewhere else, anywhere else at this point, but Demon Frog does not know that.
That is correct.
And here's another paper fight. That's the best way I can put it today.
Yeah, since Bert has just pulled the mistress of the volcano, Carrie, who has stun touch.
Yeah, we just found that very quickly. And SVJ was just given fast after being stunned. That, unfortunately, is wasted right now. So this is not as much paper for Burt Reynolds because Carrie got to move first and made sure that it wasn't as easy as it could have been.
But Bert makes it through and obliterates Carrie. And now has one orb on the board.
And Meridian still doesn't have any, and he's wandering through the waterfall. And by the way, his mouse is still on the screen. Someone move that.
I don't even have a response for that one. Oh, I'm not going to lie. I almost fell out of my chair on that one. Oh. SVJ going into the lower reaches of the ice cave.
And Burt Reynolds is going to throw up in his mouth a little bit here.
Getting that ruby. That will then turn into the loot. Because the double dip on Rat Continent is what led to the Earth Rod.
Yeah, I think by the time he gets to the loot, it might induce vomiting at that point.
Very, very likely, just due to, you still don't have the floater. You still don't have a fast method of movement. I mean, for those that may not know Final Fantasy Randomizer, know other randomizers, this is similar to a bootless seed in Zelda 3 Rando.
And those can't happen as long as you don't need to get to 2 certain locations. But other than that, yeah.
So it's actually very likely that Lefane and Melmond will not really be needed. Actually, it's not even very likely. It's actually not going to be required because after Bert gets the loot, Bert's in go mode.
I'm just trying to think what items are left. And no, it's... Oh, wait, is the airship therefore not needed?
The airship is not needed.
Oh, that is rare. That is rare.
This is an extreme rarity of a seed.
I'm just taking a quick peek at the tracker to see what's left. Yeah, the floater is the only thing not picked up. I don't know what item is located at the Lufane character, but it's not an important item apparently.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of the shirts.
And who really needs to go get a shirt from off someone's back?
Meridian is gonna go ahead and make the play into Mirage Tower. Meridian does not have the cube from what I can tell.
Comment in chat, he might find floater here. Yeah, he's going to find the floater here in some way if he looks for it. And it looks like he is going to look for it. At this point, we can say this would throw him off the trail if he finds the floater and leaves to go with the airship to explore Cardia, because we know that there's nothing at Cardia at this point. Though he could use the airship to go and use that tail to promote. So anyone who wants to promote, they will need that airship.
Though even promotion may not be necessary in this seed.
Maybe, we'll see. The time it takes may not be worth it. It also depends on what kind of Temple of Fiends Revisited we have. And if rolling the seed for that Platypus final last week is any indication, it could be awful.
Question in chat from Thunder. Keylocked Temple of Fiends has been checked. Maven, Bert was not locked. I do believe Bert just realized this is completable without the floater.
Yeah, I think he realized he's in go mode. He had to think about it looks like.
I think he's just astounded about this seed being floaterless.
He's checking for the floater down here just in case it's down here because there is a loose item still in there. But if he's not going to go out of his way to look for it in the Mirage Tower or in Sky Palace, I think, because by then there's no point having it. You're going to have to sail back to the continent just to get the airship. At that point, you're going to Temple of Fiends Revisit anyway, so who cares?
Yeah, I have to agree. Also, Demon and the Waterfall taking on the Trap Tile, facing off against some more Blazing Giants.
Film at 11.
And has the Godbot positioning only technically needed to talk to the bot and then leave, but since there is still that one more loose item, which is the floater, Demon's going to have to fight the tile again.
2 more Blazing Giants. At least they're not giving me a problem now.
Yeah, they had nothing on Demon.
They had enough time showing off, I guess. They're taking a break.
Bert into Earth Cave. We'll be able to see the deeper reaches of the Earth Cave. Meridian sailing about, getting stuff done, having a good time. And Demon working on escaping the waterfall to then be put into go mode. SVJ turning in the herb to get the ruby that will then yield the loot from Sarda.
And now it's official that Demon is now in go mode.
After doing the fetch quest, Demon will be in go mode. But Demon has initialized the trek to go mode with this. Meridian getting the crown from the TNT, gonna head towards Astos to get the bottle, to then sail back up to Gaia at Onrak to get the or to get the adamant, to get the bottle from the Dwarven blacksmith, to then get the Earth Rod to be in pseudo go mode. The only thing that will have to be obtained is that cube from Volcano.
And if your head hurts, please press 1. Meanwhile, shoutouts to the Astos fight at 1 hour, 21 minutes, and 30 seconds from Meridian.
Shoutouts to that Astos time.
And please go back to the Northern Continent. Or what would be the Northern Continent normally.
FF1R, apply directly to the forehead.
Yep.
FF1R mental tracking, apply directly to your brain. Through your eyes, of course.
Please infuse through whatever precipice is necessary.
And there's Demon getting the crown that will then turn into the adamant, that will then turn into the earth.
It'll turn into the adamant, which will turn into the
bottle that,
To
yeah.
the bottle that will force him up to Gaia, and he will say, Danny, I hate
He will say, "What even is this seed?
you."
How do?"
This
Bert
is
in a good spot level-wise, looking at the orb for Lich, about to interact with said orb, and incoming Lich fight.
And it won't last long because Nuke's already out. But yeah, the way this seed has been so convoluted and chained, it reminds me of the joy that Edgeworth and the others felt when I rolled my first seed at this, and they were laughing for about an hour and a half. That's what we've been doing. We've been laughing for about an hour and a half.
And I've got to say, I've loved every second of this seed.
Indeed.
I'm so glad I've not been running it.
And for those who are wondering what I'm talking about, it was from the 2018 tournament when that happened.
So Meridian getting the Earth Rod, just needing the cube to be in go mode.
Meridian, meanwhile, appears to be in go mode.
Just missing the cube.
Yep. Getting the cube, and then he'll be in go mode.
Bert taking some more of the metal slime. Gonna get a little more EXP off of them, and then probably head over to defeat Kraken and then Tiamat to then be in go mode. Demon Frog, however, in Gaia, releasing the fairy from the bottle, going up to the fairy, and will be in go mode. Burt Reynolds.
But first, a check at the item shop to find the garbage that's there, which we've seen already.
Just more heals.
And wave goodbye to the clinic. We're not going to be using that. So, let's make an official proclamation here. At 1 hour, 25 minutes, and 8 seconds, Demon Frog is finally in go mode.
This seed has been a masterpiece.
Yeah, like I said, this is Danny's finest work.
By far. Bert still taking some more of the metal slimes. And Demon is going to make the play to Tiamat first and finish up the 4 fiends with Lich.
He may not go back to the chests. Oh, sandworms. That's a very nice thing to find.
Sandworms are good for EXP, but it's not entirely needed.
There's 2. Now he'll take the fight. Take the fight.
This fight is definitely merited to take.
Ooh, poison.
It's not the worst you could see.
Yeah.
At least it's not Stone Touch.
Burt Reynolds, meanwhile, is grinding. He is in go mode, but he realizes he needs levels.
And Meridian and Diving Earth, as well as SVJ by the looks of it.
Demon Frog will examine the chests here, and he'll basically be slowed. So his light warriors are losing intelligence. He's realizing these are spell-happy vampires, and he doesn't want to wait for them to finish casting slow. This is quicker.
Yeah, they're just telling him calm down.
Yeah, take it easy once in a while, you know?
You gotta enjoy the simpler things in life.
Exactly.
Demon is not missing any game, just missing the floaters, so that way promotion can be obtained.
Yeah, that would be the only thing that the floater would be useful for at this point. That and some kind of random shirt.
The level 5 may also have Cure 4. I don't think we've seen that yet.
That's a good point. That could be worth getting to Melman for. They don't necessarily need it because they have life too, but it would be nice to get to Melman for.
It would save them quite a bit on heal pots. Meridian is checking Earth 4.
It would save them a lot of menuing too. But the question is, would saving the time on the menuing be counteracted by the cost of time having to go get the airship?
And that is the question. Demon is going to go ahead and check some of Sky 1 and get stopped by some air and a Gurnaga.
Here's the other thing we have to think about as well. There are spells in Lufane as well, so there's a 66%, 67% chance that the spell is located in Melmond, and there's a 33% chance it's located in Lufane. If it's in Lufane, it's level 8, and we are probably not going to have good use for it.
Question in chat from Asher. Is Demon still looking for loose floater? I do believe so, Asher. And I don't think any of the runners checked level 8 magic in Gaia either. There's the loose floater!
The floater at 1 hour, 28 minutes, and 52 seconds.
The first chest Demon checks in Sky is the loose floater.
And I'm pretty sure Demon just threw up in his mouth a little.
Probably. And to answer a question in chat that was posted in cap. Thank you, Fizzle. This is a floaterless seed. Literally. This has been a floaterless seed. Until Demon found it.
And I think I said third floor, but the fact that it was on the second floor, I came pretty close to calling that, so I'm going to take credit for that.
You did come really close to calling that.
And now chat's blaming me. I'm used to it. Ribbon!
We have a forfeit from St. Von Jester.
Oh, no.
I do believe SVJ said, I've had enough seed.
Can you blame him, honestly?
I cannot.
I don't think anyone would blame anyone for forfeiting this seed.
This one, it's very, very doable, but this one definitely has been a rough go for SVJ. So I definitely commend SVJ for going as long as he did.
Yeah, this has been a very, very difficult seed. I can't blame him at all. And I, as you said, commendations to him for going as much as he did on this.
Now, those of you in chat, get your bless RNGs out. We want Cormac on Destiny.
Yes. Will we see the almighty robot chicken today? Or whatever you want to call him. Super powerful robot. Whatever you want to call him. Meanwhile, we have called for nachos.
It's always nacho time. This is not a guarantee, Warmac. Warmac will be on encounter 7 of the encounter table.
The only response to it always being nacho time is nacho man.
Demon getting a hero run and then a bit of a hero run anyway, and a fighter, more airs.
5th encounter, wow. And those airs are still standing. And 2 of them are still standing. And that'll take him out.
And no Warmac, unfortunately. There are still a couple of tiles that can yield an encounter. Yeah, it was a forfeit, unfortunately, for SVJ. Brack's going out on Tiamat from Demon Frog. First Brack connect.
That is good odds right there.
Demon Frog now with 3 orbs on the board, floater in hand, able to go.
Now he might, because he still has the Earth to go, he might go get the airship.
I think that's going to happen.
Yeah, it's a good call at this point.
Demon can also use the tail, as pointed out in chat, and Demon does have many outstanding weapons.
By the way, Gaia is located very close to the airship location, so we might get a check to see if Melmond is there. He might check the magic there to see what he can pick up, and if he doesn't find anything he likes, not a lot of time lost. He's just going to continue heading to Earth Cave at that point.
Absolutely. Bert's still grinding away on these metal slimes.
This is a long grind.
This is a very long grind. I'm really wondering what level Bert's trying to get to.
Well, he's using all those nuke charges, that's for sure.
Making really good use of the nuke charges.
Being known in chat that Bert likes to play.
And at 1 hour, 33 minutes, and 56 seconds, Demon Frog has finally made it into the air.
We are flying, ladies and gentlemen. And heads right over to the Crescent Lake location. Now going to head, as I predicted, to the Gaia location. Nope, he doesn't go right over it. I thought he was going to go to Gaia. Well, he made a liar out of me. Thanks, Demon.
Heading towards Bahamut's cave to promote.
He wanted to know what town was where, but didn't want to tell us that, apparently. Maybe he's thinking of getting the magic for the Red Wizard. That could be it, too.
Life 2 available on the night.
Yeah, that, too. So promotion could be very handy here. He doesn't have a tail.
He doesn't have the tail? Come again? Come again?
I think he's going to do the fetch quest to slab to Lu Fang. We know that's not the tail, but he might do the fetch quest now to see that the tail's not there.
Because the tail was in Marsh.
Exactly. We might get to see the Lu Fang fetch quest after all. And he floats over Marsh Cave and is probably thinking, no. He's not gonna go for it. He's gonna try and land the airship in the marsh, get a little water on the bottom of that airship. That'll ruin the wood a little bit.
Oh, demon. Such an unfortunate circumstance to not have the tail when it's just right there. But with Mazza and Ribbon, Demon definitely is in some good shape.
Mm-hmm. There's not a lot that's going to stop Demon now, except perhaps a stop spell.
I see what you did there.
Thank you.
I like it. I have not seen Temper yet from any of these runners, which is making level 5.
Level 5 magic being in Melmond, of course, and we have not been to Melmond yet. That's what we're referring to there.
Demon getting a decent bit of encounters here in this Earth Cave. And Meridian did take down Lich. And Bert is still just grinding away. If Topher is unforgiving, this grind will pay off. But if Topher is a piece of cake, this grind is going to be, unfortunately, meaningless. We will soon find out how Topher looks because Demon has entered Lich's floor.
I can't blame Burt Reynolds because I like to play it safe myself when I play these kinds of games, so can't blame him at all. Oh, look at that. We only have one blazing giant.
All right. Looks like Burt is done with the grind. Demon has engaged the final fiend.
Yeah, so Burt has enough pepper. He's going to go make time at Sneeze now. And I didn't see a boss on Demon Frog's screen.
I didn't see a boss either, but I saw a minimum nuke roll.
Yeah.
Yes, so, Burt. Well, I hope Burt saved. I don't know if Burt saved. Okay, he did save.
Good.
Demon back in Provoca. Gonna go ahead and check the level 2 magic again. Checking over items. Realizing that tail isn't there. Gonna run to check Bicky one more time. Maybe not. Heading into the item shop. And gonna stock up on heal potions. Burt entering Sea Shrine. Meridian about to be at Kraken. Kraken. Part 2.
Our second Kraken fight today.
Brax and Fade being queued. 310 damage from Fade. 4 hits for 86 from the fighter. Brack 1 going out. Ineffective. Brack 2 going out. Ineffective. 8 hits for 440 coming from Kraken. More Fade. More Brax. 7 hits, 405, taking down that white mage. Brack going out, broken in 2 pieces.
And please take the ash and sprinkle it around liberally.
And with that, Meridian is now on the board with 2 orbs lit, going to get that 3rd orb.
But the more important thing to look at right now, Demon Frog is preparing his party with house saves and is now going to 1 hour, 40 minutes, and 16 seconds go back in time 2,000 years to vanquish the evil back there.
That's a question I actually have an answer for in chat. Asher asking, fun question. What is the most Brack spells you have had miss on Kraken 1 or Tiamat 1?
We have a 15 in chat.
I have had 27 misses in a row.
Yes, and you survived?
I counted. I survived because I made sure to max evade my melee character. And yeah, that was not fun.
I was going to ask, what was Kraken made of in that scene?
Unobtainium, actually. Because I had a Maza, I had 4 hits, I had to rely on crits, and I couldn't get into a crit loop.
While we're chortling about unobtainium, we're already on the Earth 4 on Demon Frog screen. And those green Medusas, they want to slow you down. I mean, I've seen much worse on them. Ooh, there's the poison touch.
More poison. Team poison sound effects unite. Or not.
Maybe next time.
I hope so.
More green Medusas of slowfulness.
Yeah, more slow Medusas.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's just nasty to see so many Medusas with slow.
I mean, you have to be quick to be able to cast slow.
This is true. All right, Lich 2, what are you made of tonight?
Well, Lich 2 is usually paper, but let's see if he actually gets a spell out.
77 damage from 4 hits.
11 damage from Lich. That's not going to work very well, so he's not going to survive. That's 600 HP. And that's enough.
Lich had about 800 HP.
Yeah,
Lich,
I want to say about 700 because it was about that total.
Lich demanded a little bit of respect.
Yeah, a little bit. Not much, just a wee little bit. So let's see what Carrie does as we have a hero run on the carry floor.
In my opinion, not the floor you want to have a hero run. You want to have that hero run come up on Kraken's floor. Ooh,
Burt
260 damage to start.
Burt Reynolds on his Kraken fight, by the way. And that's that.
Bye, Kraken. Question in chat, what happened to SVJ? SVJ forfeit. This seed has...
Nuclear!
Oh, nuclear coming out, dealing lots of damage. SVJ forfeit. This seed was a floaterless seed. Very, very difficult. Carry 2 goes down with a Mazda swing from the fighter.
And carry 2 down. That's going to send him down to the next floor after he heals up a little bit.
Meridian has found the cube and is now in go mode. Alongside of Burt Reynolds, while Demon Frog is sitting in Topher. And the kicker on that loose floater is it's in one of the easiest chests to access in Sky.
And Lord Fizzlebeef coming in chat, he's just realizing the seed that the path that we had to follow in this seed, loose cube to get to loose floater. Hello.
Yeah, this seed was nasty. But that marsh also had one of the best trap tiles to grind on. Unfortunately, the water elementals that came with the Nagas have a ton of HP.
And it was too early to deal with that. And Burt Reynolds is doing the first floor checks right now. And release the Kraken 2.
Kraken 2 comes up.
And the nukes are coming out. And
Kraken 2 goes down because Demon gets turn order.
King of the turn order, and Kraken has no opportunity to show us anything, so we don't know if it has anything. Will Tiamat have suffer the same fate, or will it get to show off? And Kraken had low HP too, I think.
Kraken did have low HP. Slow 2 coming out from Tia. Nuke 1 going out 150 damage. Nuke 2 199 damage. Nuke 3 308 damage. Beautiful damage from that third nuke. The first 2 nukes totaling about the same amount as that third nuke.
The 2 not doing anything. There's another nuke.
348 for that one. 180 for the next one. 200.
Tanky Tiamat.
She is quite tanky this time around. Lit 3 going out. Oh, there's 1 HP remaining on the second red.
Tiamat saying, you want to nuke me? I nuke you. See how you like it.
6 hits, 215. 6 hits for another 115. The red mages are still alive. Lit 3 is going out. 45 damage. Tia melees. Oh. There's 1 red mage and the knight alive. The knight swings the Mazmune. 8 hits.
Oh my.
Not enough damage to get rid of Tia.
No!
Just the knight remaining.
Does that knight know the spells? I don't think it does.
Or I'm sorry, fighter, because
I think it's just the fighter. I think this is man mode.
This is man mode right now.
Oh my! Oh
this is unpromoted. This is man mode. This is going to be interesting.
That is one way to put it. Now we should note that regardless of what happens here, we're gonna wait until before we reveal any results. Assuming there are any, we don't know yet, and we're not gonna say if there are. But assuming there are any results, we will reveal those results when we do have a finish on stream. So if Demon Frog does fail to finish here, we will continue to know nothing.
And there was a slot 7 encounter, the Iron Golem and Demon Frog. Oh, I hope you all are ready for this.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Demon Frog is now in man mode.
And Chaos is evasive.
Oh, missing shots, and that's a slay.
And that is an instant kill.
That is going to be a tough Chaos today.
Missing with fast. That is hard.
Wow.
That is good news for Bert, who has been in Sky. Unfortunately, I think Bert's stream froze.
We'll try to get him back. In the meantime, we are going to follow who we do see, which is Meridian and Demon Frog, of course. To see where Meridian is right now, he's in the menu. I can say that much. And we have Steak.
Meridian is sailing about right now to get to Mirage Tower. I think there's only one real answer for Demon and the Chaos fight right now, and that is save the nukes and use all of the nukes against Chaos. But, as pointed out in chat, Demon has not visited where Melman's at yet. So, if Melman has Lock or Lock 2, with the Lock and Lock 2 fixes on, that guarantees that the spell will hit. But, with the massive amount of nuke charges, those charges could actually outweigh the damage from a locked Chaos. And Invis 2 spam would definitely be needed against this Chaos, or lots of Fog 2 stacks.
Fog 2 could be useful against this Chaos. That is indeed factual. Meanwhile, the Rock Gulls are using Scorch.
And Demon is back on the Earth floor after wiping to Chaos. And Meridian is not too terribly far off of going into Tia. About to enter the floating fortress. Definitely at some pretty solid levels overall. Did go ahead and pick up life. Demon pulling Lich 2 again. And holding off on using any of the nuke charges.
Meridian now on the encounter that Bert froze on, so hopefully we don't have a similar situation here. Nope, he's going to survive this. And Lich is not going to survive very long again.
7 hits, 576. That's a good Mazza swing. And there's the Red Giant Agama encounter on the fire floor, and it's an ambush. If anybody's got any Agama facts, now's your time to get them out. Meridian slowly ascending through the floating fortress.
So we have been checking into Burt Reynolds' stream. Apparently he has gone offline, so we are not sure what his progress is right now. He may not be aware that his stream may have gone offline either. We have Agamafax.
Carrie opens up with Nuclear, taking out the Black Mage immediately. 6 hits for 588, though. Getting a good amount of damage out. And the nuke for 105 going out. That takes care of Carry 2. And now it's onwards to Kraken 2. We've got Meridian still sitting in Sky Castle. Got a slightly nasty encounter here with the Man-Cats and Medusas, but nothing that Meridian shouldn't be able to get out of.
So here we come down to the Kraken 2 fight once again. This was actually a very elementary fight, but maybe Kraken will, do something this time. We have to see.
Let us find out as Demon Frog pulls Kraken 2 again. Gonna drop 2 nuke charges into Kraken 2. And Kraken 2 is quite evasive. 6 hits for 134, not hitting for too terribly much. 284 damage coming out.
I think that was a nuke you were seeing.
Nuke for 183.
That's enough.
Kraken goes down.
That was a nice 134 damage that he did cause. Actually, that's what we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, that's a decent amount of damage, but not going to do a lot to this level. So time at 2, and this was the time at 2 that has nuke. It took your nukes and takes your nukes and throws them right back at you. So it's going to be a matter of keeping those red wizards or red mages alive at this point.
But Demon Frog's also going to charge through all of the nukes that are in the tank, which is going to be very worrisome for the Chaos fight because
he's banking on fast for Chaos, I think.
Yep. And as we saw earlier, that didn't work out too well.
We have another Bridge of Destiny thing here. Let's look for more War Mechs.
Lit 2 coming out from Tiamat. Nuke should be coming up very soon from her. And this is actually going to be slightly worrisome going on into Chaos.
And the Black Mage is down. If Tiamat gets an attack into Autumn, this will be a repeat.
There's Blaze.
Oh, Blaze doesn't do much. I don't think we've seen Nuke yet.
We have not.
That was an attack.
Fortunately.
It could be this turn.
If it is, that is going to wipe Demon.
Oh, Fighter's down.
No. Demon having to resort to nuking. 322. There's the nuke. 5 HP on it. On the red mage, nuke goes out. 118 damage. T2 goes down.
Oh, that is clutch. That is so clutch right now.
Oh, that was gorgeous.
And now that the correct character is still alive, time to heal.
I need a moment to regroup myself after that.
That was exciting.
Holy cow.
They know in chat that we're going to have to rely on Fog 2 here to keep Chaos from being able to hit us. The fighter is apparently only level 23.
Yes, the fighter is only level 23. The problem is that Demon still does not have the tail, which is in Marsh, but I don't think Demon knows that. Fog 2 is going to be what Demon relies on, though Saber is available as well.
Well,
Maza is on the red mage, so Sabers are going out.
He's going for Brack. He wants to try to break Chaos into pieces. This is a 3 and 256 possibility.
Fog 2 at level 2 would actually be very, very wise to use in this.
Well, he's using Ice 3 with Brack and Saber. He's using Saber on Autumn. Ice 3 comes out from Chaos. That doesn't do much. Deferg and Thea are both hobbling. Brack comes out again from Nook. That's a
swing and a miss.
Strike one.
Rub coming out and not doing anything.
No.
Critical hit.
Damage. That was a nice hit.
There's a potential start to a crit loop.
Taya is out.
147.
Stun. Stop is attempted. Time and Nook is paralyzed.
And that's a miss. 2 hits, 279. The crit loop has started.
And Nook is down. Defrag has 15 HP left. It's going to be up to Autumn to finish this off, it looks like.
Bane's coming out.
And there goes Deferg.
And more misses against Chaos. 2 hits, 274. Chaos uses Rub. Nothing happens.
As long as nothing big comes out, Autumn could do this.
Fire 3. Another swing at Chaos. That's a miss. Stun coming out.
Okay.
Nothing happening.
By the way, Meridian is on the 3rd floor. He's in the Temple of Fiends Revisited. He can make his way down now. And we have a wipe.
462.
Wow.
That is a wipe for Demon. And Demon Frog, unfortunately, forfeits from the race. A very, very valiant effort from Demon Frog. Played very, very well throughout the seed.
We are having a number of victims in this race today.
Very, very unfortunate. I did not roll this seed.
I didn't either.
Danny rolled this seed.
This is without a doubt Danny's finest work.
Demon, my friend. GG's.
Demon, GG's. What was your opinion of what may be Danny's finest work? I don't think he
can you hear me?
his mic on.
Yes.
Oh, we hear you.
Hear you.
There we go. Sorry about that. Wow. I was like, if you want a masterclass in how to not route, you can, watch whatever corner I was. But yeah, that was rough, and with no power bonk, and we're going on 11 o'clock Eastern. Yeah, I don't feel like fighting a max of 8 chaos right now.
Yeah, this seed itself was nasty to start with. I mean, look at the path you had to go through just to even get to Chaos in the first place. And this was technically a floaterless seed, unless you want to go and use the tail to promote. It's a floaterless seed. You didn't even find the tail either. You guess where the tail was?
Actually, I did, and I forgot to check the chest after I killed the incentive or the trap tile. Yeah,
so you saw it, but you never saved that one because you got killed. Then you didn't check it the next time you went back.
Correct. I got the ship. I was like, oh, good. I'm out of here. And that's why you saw me do a little pissy dance around Bahamut after I talked to him like, no, dude, no. Not fair. Not fair.
Not in my house. No, get out of here, Bahamut. This is not your cave.
Sonny and I were trying to figure out what was going on, how you didn't have the tail, because he remembered you getting the tail. I thought I remembered you getting the tail. And we concluded you must not have gotten the tail, but obviously you did and then lost it, and then you didn't get it again.
Yep, I went in, got it, and then I was like, all right, well, I'm here and I have the key. And the trap tile in front of what is normally the Marsh locked incentive, it was the seafood, or not seafood party pack, it was the Naga water tile. And that killed me. Went back another way, and got the ship instead.
Oh, we might have Burt Reynolds back. He just showed up in the entrance to Mirage Tower. He might have just noticed the stream was not online and kicked it back online for us.
He actually sent a message saying that a storm knocked out his power.
Oh. I see that now, yes. We're having a very unfortunate result here on our restream tonight.
I mean, Meridian can be the savior of this right now.
Meridian
is on carry 2.
Meridian can try to do this.
But Demon, my friend, how did you feel on everything else outside of Chaos? Because you had the lead for so long on the restream, and then Chaos came and said, yeah, no, I'm not having any of that.
Are you still there, Demon?
I'm here.
I had a question for you, my friend.
Yep.
How did you feel on the rest of the seed outside of Chaos who said, I'm not having any of this?
I mean, there was no really... I mean, knowing what I know, there was not a really great way to route everything. You had to do Earth Incentive... If you wanted Floater early, Earth Incentive to Loose, Cube, and Volcano. Then you had, I think, what was it, Earth... Or not, Sky 1 left side was Loose Floater or something crazy.
The first chest you checked in Sky 1 left side, the far right chest of the left room.
Yeah, I was in that room. I said, you know what? If Floater's not here, I'm just... I knew I had loot and had key. You know what? I'm going. It happened to be Floater, and I good thing wasn't on air because I had a few choice words. Yeah, the routing was all over the place. Topher up into Chaos was pretty easy. Tia 2 was a little not fun. But, yeah, I went through the second attempt, like, alright, he's max evade. I was trying with everything I could to save nuke charges, because that's shared with Saber. And the plan was Red Mage, Saber, Massa, Prey, but I had to blow nuke charges to even get past Tia 2, so that didn't work.
Yeah, and Tia 2 having nuke where she did was definitely not friendly at all.
Yeah, that was a Tiamat 2 who recognized your nuke and said, here, I threw it right back at you.
Yeah, because if I'm remembering the Tia 2 right, you didn't really have much in the way of... You weren't doing much with the Mazza. I'm dumb and I don't pick up key items when I should, so I didn't have the tail or the vorpal. So, yeah. Anyone out there that's new, you can play that poorly even after being a veteran. So, yeah, there you go.
And to be fair, some of us do have off nights. I've had my off nights as well. And I may not be as much of a veteran as you are, Demon, but we've had our fair share of races where we both have just absolutely spaghettied everywhere.
It can happen even in a regular speed run where you're not talking, even without all the randomizer shenanigans. We can still have, in a regular speed run, that off day or off night where you might be used to having a 53-minute run, but everything just goes wrong, and you have a 59-minute run instead because everything went wrong and buttons didn't push the way they were supposed to, and you took deaths you shouldn't have taken. I think I saw that in a Super Mario Brothers race earlier on Speed Gaming on another channel here, where both runners game overed on one of the stages due to some bad luck, and as a result, it just meant a much longer run for both of them. So it does happen. You will have your off races, regardless of what kind of game it is.
Ooh, Meridian has entered Tia 2.
He has. Burt Reynolds still in the tower of the Sky Palace.
But Burt is making some quick time to catch back up.
I think that was the he would have found the floater by now, so he knows where the floater was.
Tia 2 actually playing fairly nice for Meridian for the most part. 7 hits, 221. Nuke for 118, and Viz 2 Gauntlet going out. Going to increase that evasiveness. Out of nuke charges, though, unfortunately.
That's going to be bad down Chaos fight.
Are we going to see a Tia 2 Brack?
Well, we're getting the third floor Sky Palace clean out from Burt Reynolds as Meridian is trying to determine the best course of action at this point. Uses Invis 2 and going to swing and get 3 damage. 65 and 4 hits, and T-Mat misses. We have another shot at the Bridge of Destiny, ladies and gentlemen. Can we get one Warmech today? We're going to find out.
Another Brat going out, but nothing happening. Fade coming out, 88 damage. Rolling really low. 3 hits, 45. This Tia 2 is being very generous, giving Burt the opportunity to win. 2 hits for 36 from the Mazda. Fade for 134. Another Brat going out. And unfortunately, another miss to be seen.
All I can say is the nuke is coming.
Meridian contemplating what to do. Fade for 129. 4 hits, 107. There is the nuke.
Did I not just say the nuke is coming?
You did. You did.
2 hours and almost 2 hours and 10 minutes. We still don't have a finish on the restream. What a seed. And we're getting another look at the lovely imps who are now running away.
Meridian is...
He sees the results of the SRL channel, which we're not going to talk about yet. And he decides he has time to do something. He might be grinding.
I think he is about to go grind.
He didn't pick up the floater either, so he's not going to know where the airship is. He doesn't know that he can promote.
Yeah, 2 hours, 10 minutes in on this, and you have 2 finishers. You can kind of look into your crystal ball and go, okay, there's something somewhere that's not good.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying not to spoil that, but yeah, we don't have a lot of finishers is the point we're getting at here.
My apologies.
It happens. All right, we got Burt coming up to Tia 1. We got Meridian grinding away on the tile that Burt was on earlier. Brat Gauntlet going out, not doing it. Brack Spell going out, not connecting either.
And we're having the slime grind from Meridian.
Shoutouts to Metal Slimes.
And Tiamat uses Blaze.
Oh, that was something I meant to ask you about, Demon. When you found the water Naga tile there in...
Before you ask that question, Break into Pieces happened, and we do have 4 orbs for Burt Reynolds. He's on his way to Temple of Future Visit. Go ahead.
Go, Burt. When you saw that tile of the water and the Nagas, and you saw that the waters had over 500 HP, how much did your heart sink?
Yeah, like, oh, this is one of the best XP tiles in the game. I think it was like an Ice 3 defense and an Ice 2. Like, you know what? Let's go ahead and give this a go. And now, yeah, that was not the right decision. I mean, it's a good decision, but not in this particular seed. But yeah, I think I took out like maybe 1, maybe 2 of the waters with a full Ice 3 and Ice 2, and.
Yeah, because they were extremely healthy. I was actually counting some of the damage that was going out on. One of them from, I want to say it was SVJ, took 498 damage and still didn't die.
Yeah, on a water naga tile, that's sad because those things are usually so lucrative. But it is what it is.
And it's just what happened today. A lot of things just kind of went chaotic today.
Any final thoughts from you, Demon?
Next week, Danny's playing and I'm rolling a seed.
Danny, the gauntlet has been thrown.
And it's totally random, I promise.
Quotes. Let's put in
it's-
quotes. Random.
No, it was fun. I do rather enjoy like kind of like the non-linear seeds. In Swiss when it's all right, everybody's going to ice, and then now everybody's going to the same place. It's kind of boring with this kind of thing where everybody's all over the place. It's I'm sure it's better to watch, and it's definitely kind of makes you think on your feet as a player. So it's good all around.
Well, thank you for joining us for an interview, Demon. It was great to watch you run this seed. I'm just sad you weren't able to finish, my friend.
Yep, unfortunately work calls tomorrow, so I wasn't about to beat my head against chaos.
You'll get it next time, my friend.
Yep. Everyone have a good night.
And you gave it the old college effort. Good game.
Good night.
Good night. So we're going to continue to focus on our main two runners here. We still have Burt Reynolds and Meridian BC. Again, we have not had a finish on the restream as yet. No finisher yet on the restream. So we are still waiting to see a chaos go down on our screen right now.
And we've got Meridian grinding away on the metal slimes while Burt Reynolds did enter Topher during the interview. Entered at 2 hours, 13 minutes, 14 seconds.
Now, let's remember that Burt Reynolds did do a metal slime grind earlier, and we were watching him grind for quite a while there using those Duke charges. So he should be in good shape for this dive, and the question will be, even though he's not promoted, will he be able to get past our Nuke Tiamat, and will he be able to get to Chaos and take Chaos down?
Yes, that is going to be the question, and since Chaos is evade capped, that is going to be huge going into the Chaos fight. Meridian turning the metal slimes into liquid metal slimes.
Yeah, vaporized.
Now, that actually poses a question. What metal do you think the metal slimes are made of?
Well, you've already taken the unobtainium bit earlier.
Now we've got a couple answers in chat, and somebody said...
That's not mercury. I like that answer though. I like that answer.
Slimite! I love it.
I'm officially stealing that. Thank you.
Oh, in the time that Fizzle just caused me to die of laughter, Bert got rid of Lich 2.
Or was it really there?
Lich 2 had enough HP to deserve some respect.
Yeah, a little respect.
Lich 2 had over 800 HP.
Yeah, well, I thought it was about 700 when I counted it the first time, but it was a decent amount. I think 800 is vanilla. I think it goes 8, 12, 16, 20.
94,000. We'll go with that.
Brilliant number.
All right. More Grey Worms from Burt Reynolds and more slimes. More metal slimes.
Being melted into Slimite.
We need more.
You need to have lots of Slimite. It's a good touch to the it's a good decorative touch to the building once we get back to the future. I'm not making that pun either. I'm just best way to put it.
No, but it was still there.
Yeah, it was still there.
getting some good damage from the Ice Sword right now. Bert hitting Carrie for 183, but Carrie 2, as we saw, was made of paper. So, yeah, she wasn't surviving for long.
She was but a sprite that was easily disposable. Much like her other self.
Absolutely.
Looks like the grinding is finished.
Now the question is, where is Meridian going?
Back
to Crescent.
Yeah, where is the airship? Oh, he doesn't have the airship. He has the ship.
Correct. But more heal potions are needed. Bert running into these nasty little water elementals. And soon to be pulling Kraken 2. Now, Bert does have quite a few more levels than Demon Frog did when Demon Frog came into this fight both times.
And we have released the Kraken 2 once again. Brack is being put to use. Rub comes out, no success. 5 hits, not a lot of damage. Brack is ineffective. Brack coming out a third time and is ineffective. So that's 3 misses. Let's keep count here as we continue to use Brack charges instead of Lit 3. Brack again, that is number 4. SVJ attempts, and that's a hit for critical hit.
Yeah, this is very brave of Bert.
Ooh.
6 Bracks so far, no kill yet.
We may get to see some nastiness from Kraken, such as that Fire 3, which doesn't do a lot. So there's Brack number 7, ineffective. Brack number 8, ineffective. Brack number 9, ineffective. He is insistent on breaking this Kraken into pieces.
10, 11, and 12 are queued up. 10 goes out, ineffective. 11 goes out, ineffective. 12 goes out, ineffective.
Will it be lucky number 13, or is he going to be forced to fight and try to save Murray's life here? He's going to go with a 9-hit attack there.
There it is!
And finally, it was lucky number 13.
The 6% chance has shown.
At last.
Broken into pieces on Kraken 2, saving resources. Now to see it again against Tiamat 2.
And will it be done? I'm sure he's going to try it again. He knows, obviously, how the race is going in the SRL channel, and he knows, based on where he is right now, that he can probably get away with trying to save his resources for the Chaos fight, because he can only imagine that people in the Chaos fight are going down as, well, Demon Frog went down earlier, so it has happened.
Very much so. But with that, level 34 has been achieved for, I believe, the White Mage. I didn't quite catch which one.
I wasn't looking, I didn't see it either.
Newt coming out onto the worms, dealing pretty low damage. Second Newt going out. About mid-range for most of them. Then the Ice 3 sword, finishing the job.
So we have a Green Medusa's slowing Meridian down right now. And over to Lich. Again.
Bert healing up in preparation for Tiamat 2, while Meridian taking on Lich 2 again.
And Tiamat 2 is... Let's see where the rolls go for him in terms of where his nuke comes out. It takes a few attacks, I believe, before it comes out. This would have been a good seed. This would have been a good seed for One Punch Man.
The good old black belt strats would have been great for this seed, but unfortunately, it's not what we had. More Bracks going out. That was a miss from the fighter. Last Brack charge on the red mage. Brack Gauntlet going through.
Ineffective. And ineffective. And very effective hit from T-Matt.
It's super effective. Oh, wait.
Wrong game. That was a critical hit, apparently. Brack is ineffective. Nuke is finally coming out because he's out of Brack charges, so time to attack. And SVJ is hobbling. Going to the Brack Gauntlet now. Why not? Keep using the Brack. And here comes Blaze.
Blaze coming out, dealing a lot of damage to the Black Mage. Black Belt was legal, but there was one forced melee character. Mage character.
I think you were cut out on that. You may want to say that again.
I think I did cut out on that, actually. Black Belt was legal. There was one forced melee character and one forced magic caster. Bert just not getting very many hits against the Tia 2, even though he is relying on sword.
Oh, here comes Blizzard.
Blizzard is going to put the Black Mage to rest.
Yep, it was super effective on the Black Mage. And that was a 113 crit. Oh, the nuke! The White Mage is the only one alive right now.
Ruse going out. Ice 2 coming.
This is just... Oh my gosh, this is torture by now.
This is your time to hit the Brack, Bert.
Hit the Brack.
Oh, no, second nuke!
A second nuke!
Another nuke in Tia 2's pool of nastiness.
We are going to be coming up on the 2.5 hour mark on the restream without a finish on the restream. But we could still have Meridian. Let's see if his grind was good enough to finish this off as the sub 230 dream continues for him, but not for Burt Reynolds, who is going back to do more obtaining of Slimite.
More Slimite.
And there we go, more Slimite. So the grinding continues for Burt Reynolds. Meanwhile, will we have done enough grinding from Meridian BC as we come down to Kraken 2? Here comes the nuke. 165 damage. We are making the night very fast. Lightning fast.
Invis 2 Gauntlet coming out. 5 hits for 191 from Kraken 2. 9 hits, 716 damage. That is a one-shot.
We will call him Nine Slash Man. No, not good.
I mean, I was actually going to go with a different thing because he used Itoriu.
Say again.
One sword style. All right, Meridian about to enter Tiamat 2. Except for this little brief intermission brought to you by Wizard Vampires and Zombie Dragons. Please enjoy this advertising for Zombie Dragons and Wizard Dragons. And that's the end of our ad. Please continue. Shoutouts to that pack being unrunnable. Meridian healing up. Bert grinding away. Meridian moving
Whoa.
the fighter down one spot.
The encounter rate is gross right now, and there's Tiamat 2.
All right.
Meridian on Tiamat 2, Burt Reynolds just creating more Slimite.
Invis 2 Gauntlet going out, increasing evasion. Nuke going out from the red mage, 278 damage. 3 hits from Tia onto the white mage for 295. 8 hits from the Mazmune for 262 damage. More Invis 2 charges going out. Another fast going out. Blaze coming out from Tia 2. 10 hits for 375. 354 from the second nuke. So good nuke rolls so far. If Meridian can keep this up, Meridian should make it through no problem. 141 from the third nuke. Not a high roll, but good enough. 5 hits for 5 damage. 8 hits for 504 damage. The damage is massive right now coming from this fighter.
And it should be one more hit. I think we should be good.
8 hits, 414. Tia's not down. Nuke for 352. That
Oh my.
takes down Tia 2. Meridian is going to Chaos with nuke charges.
We're not going to get a sub 230, but we are going to have the opportunity to send some molten fire into Chaos's belly and see if that destroys him.
The question that is on so many of our minds right now is, will what Meridian has be enough to break the 2,000-year time loop?
Can we break the curse?
Invis 2 Gauntlet going out. Fast Stick going out. Ice 3 from Chaos, dealing lots of damage to the red mage. 122 damage from the fighter. 2 hits for 232 onto the black mage. That is fine.
He is on one knee. Invis 2 comes out and into another intermission selection phase.
The 2 fasts that needed to go out have gone out. So from here, Meridian can use the black mage to just cast nukes. More Invis 2 coming out, and the nuke gets cast. 106 damage. Rub coming out being ineffective. 145 damage onto Chaos as a critical hit. Switching to casting nuke with the red mage and casting the last nuke with the black mage. Red mage nuke comes out. 270 damage. 124 damage with a critical hit from the fighter. Second nuke goes out. 346 damage. Beautiful nuke rolls. That black mage is down though, and unfortunately it had no more nuke charges, so it's down to lit 3 charges from the red mage.
I think the black mage was the one that doesn't have a ribbon. Everyone else must have a ribbon.
Correct. A miss from the fighter after being in that outstanding loop of critical hits.
Cure 3 is used, and stop is ineffective. Well, it's effective on the red mage, but he was already...
2 hits for 276 from the knight, critical hits. 2 hits for 305 onto the white mage.
Amel thinking about curing. He does try to cure himself, and meanwhile, M1A1 gets hit.
And another miss from M1A1. Fire 2 coming out, dealing
Fire 2,
negligible damage. Another swing and a miss. And Viz 2 Gauntlet being used some more to boost that evasion. The goal is to have Chaos miss.
It worked.
As you just saw, Chaos did miss. Now, the only thing that is scary right now is, will Chaos have Cure 4? 100 damage coming from M1A1. That is a critical hit. 47 damage from Lit 3. 249 damage onto the fighter due to a critical hit. This is intense right now. Cure 2 going out onto the fighter. getting a little bit of a heal. Another miss coming out.
Lit 2.
Lit 2 comes out dealing chip damage. Lit 3 goes out. 46
Yeah!
damage. Chaos goes down to Lit 3. We have a victor on the restream with Meridian BC finishing in 4th place in SRL with an official time of 2 hours, 32 minutes, and 43 seconds.
And that was 4th place. That tells you right there what kind of seed this was. Just looking at the SRL results, that tells you what kind of seed this was. Let me do a quick entrance, and I'll go over the times. I want to see how many are still running. Okay, so the number of people still running, we are actually, I think we only have, at this point, we have several forfeits. I'm not going to name all the forfeits. I think Burt Reynolds and one other runner, Groggy Dog, are the only 2 runners still running this seed right now. The other finishers that we have in this race, Shofuku Machi with a time of 2 hours, 16 minutes, and 26 seconds. That was 3rd place. 2nd place was Dark Moon EX, who I commented with last week on the Platypus. 2:05:49 was the 2nd place time. The winner of the race, and I want to know how this person did this. The winner of the race with a 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 10 seconds, a comparatively lightning quick time, was Ale Markin. GG to Ale Markin for sure.
We are joined in the booth by Meridian BC. Meridian, holy crap. GG's.
That was
a nice casual run through of Final Fantasy.
The first question I have is, how many times did you want to throw up during this scene?
Not many. Honestly, after it's all over, I kind of end up loving having gone through the experience of seeds like this, but wow.
This seed was, the only way I can put it is, this seed was a big oof.
Honestly, with it's funny that the first 2 revisited fiends, Lich and Carry 2, were really easy, and Kraken 2 was kind of easy. I'm sure you saw that Tiamat 2 gave me a lot of trouble. I was really hoping that by the time I got to Chaos, because clamps weren't on, I figured, oh, that's probably the worst that the seed's gonna give me. And turns out Chaos is, has crazy evasion. And, I'm really surprised that I finished. I didn't expect to win that last battle.
I understand that. Chaos was evade capped.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
And you getting into the just loops of crits, just crit after crit after crit after crit.
Oh, those weren't crits. Those were just the single hits that landed. My fighter was fasted, and there was only like one hit that was landing at a time.
Yeah, that was very evasive Chaos.
It was beautiful regardless. And your 2 nuke rolls on Chaos, oh, those were magnificent as well. Because both of your nuke rolls were 300 plus, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, Chaos must have had fairly low HP, because I was really expecting to die during that last fight. Was it actually my Red Mage's Lit 3 that ended up taking him out, or?
It was a Lit 3.
Yeah, I thought so.
47 damage.
Yeah, I was getting desperate.
By that point, you're like, I have to have caused enough damage to you. Just fall already.
No, I was just simply running out of things to do that could cause damage.
Exactly.
I was just trying to throw
what I was
anything I
saying.
could.
That's what I
Like,
meant. Yeah.
What do I got in my pocket? A spoon. I'll throw a spoon at. Wrong game, I guess. But no, it's fun. That was fun, and I'm very glad it's over.
You and I'm sure everyone else who has finished this seed so far.
Even those that forfeited, I'm pretty sure are just glad to be done with this seed. I had a question for you, and then I lost that question because...
Was it related to Marsh Cave?
No, it actually was not this time. Oh, it was related to Floater. So were you able to guess where the floater was by chance?
All right, if I have to guess, what didn't I check? Better Trap Treasures was on, so I'm guessing it was behind a trap chest. Was it Temple of Fiends locked?
It was not. You actually ran past it.
Oh, it was
while
in
you
Sky?
were heading to Tiamat 1. Sky 1.
Yeah, I just
left
answered
side.
that for El American. I just answered that for El American because El American never found the floater either. So
No, and at that point, it wouldn't have saved me. I don't think it would have saved me much time, anyways.
Did you happen to have Vorpal by chance?
I did find Vorpal, but without the airship, I couldn't promote and use it.
That's the only thing that would have allowed you to probably save a little bit of time overall, but even still, you proved that you didn't need it.
I think Masmi was in Sky Palace too, second floor, wasn't it?
Mosmian was early on.
Oh, it was earlier? Was it in Volcano?
I believe it was in Volcano, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it was in Volcano.
Okay.
It was in Volcano 4 after the cube was obtained. Because Cube and Mazda were on the same floor.
Got it.
Burt Reynolds ground up to 40.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What kind of parties did other people end up taking?
Demon had Fighter Red Black. Burt had has the same party that you had. And SVJ was Fighter Thief Red Black, I believe.
Oh, okay.
One thing we can say for sure is that no one on the restream today had One Punch Man. He did not make an appearance today.
Looking at the flags, I wouldn't have guessed that you'd need a black belt. But I imagine if Tavern Mode was on, I might have considered. If Tavern
Mode was on, we might have had
considered getting a black belt.
Yeah, I think a black belt would have shown up had Tavern Mode been enabled. But Burt Reynolds has re-entered Topher.
And just getting stopped by the Chimera and Chimeras. And it's going to take the fight.
Our tracker actually made a very good point. You said you were going to be the pace car of the race, Meridian. That's not the case. You were the savior of the restream by finishing.
That is the pace car. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
he's the pace car
finishes eventually.
But you finished first on the restream, which is that's not pace car, my friend. You played very well, even considering everything that happened.
Well, thank you. The whole pace car thing is a joke between kind of a joke between Danny and myself. We like joining in races, but we both kind of joke. We often joke about competing for last place, and so we dubbed ourselves the official FFR pace cars.
I think it's great.
But I'm surprised I was the first person on stream to finish, honestly.
I mean,
I don't think I think it surprised us too, to be honest. That was a rough seed, and yeah, we did have 2 forfeits on restream. Demon Frog just ran out of time, had to go and be able to go to work tomorrow, obviously, because that is more important. But Saint Majestic just didn't even get to the. I don't think he even got to Mirage Tower and just had enough. Didn't want to play anymore.
no, SVJ only had 1 Orblet, didn't even have the Chime, I believe. So
And I think it was loose. Yeah, I think it was loose, so that might be what it was.
So, yeah, SVJ ended up forfeiting. Bert about to take on Lich 2 at level 40, throwing out them Quake strats.
We have no idea what the time is now. We don't have an active timer anymore. What happened earlier was that Burt Reynolds actually lost his power due to a storm. He is still finishing the seed, but obviously is going to be a little further behind because of that. So the result here is not indicative of his skill or his ability. Obviously, the power being knocked out will affect your time.
Oh, yeah, I remember seeing that in the SRL chat. That's never something that you want to have happen.
No, in a one-on-one race, it would be a horrible thing to have happen. But this was at least a daily, and or weekly rather, and it's not going to affect anything long run. It's just one race.
If it was a 1v1, I would offer a
in that kind of situation, yeah, but
a re-race.
But even still, shoutouts to Bert for continuing on, even with that power outage happening. To answer a question in chat from Groggy Dog, Bert is at level 40.
When he lost power, did he lose his save RAM, or was he able to recover from somewhere?
He was able to recover from where he left off, which was
Okay.
Mirage.
yeah, he came back on and he was at Mirage, so he was. I guess he had just started exploring in there and got reset. So we are on carry 2 again. The nukes are coming out, and that was. If only chaos was that easy.
Yeah.
10 hits for 527 with an ice sword, mind you. Because
He
Bert
doesn't
did
have
not
Mazmoon.
pick up Mosmune.
Oh my!
Oh no.
This is going to be a very interesting chaos fight when we get down there.
He is 40, maybe 41 now.
You know,
And
this is
I saw his fighter was 42. He must have stopped picking up boxes as soon as he found the cube.
This must be the reason why he was grinding, because he knows he doesn't have a superpower sword he can use. He knows he's not promoted. So he's thinking the only way to deal with this at this point, without going through every single dungeon and looking at all the chests I've not opened, is to just max up my levels. Yes, it takes time, but at this point I just want to finish the seed.
Oh, and he got a preemptive strike on the Naga water encounter.
Brilliant.
Very, very nice encounter to see a preemptive strike on.
I would say so. At least today, it definitely is.
So no one on the restream found the floater?
No. Demon Frog did find it. Demon Frog did find it. That was where we made the discovery. That's why we knew where it was. And Demon Frog did actually go get the airship as well, and did do a small amount of flying around before going to Dover. We unfortunately did not get to see what was at Gaia, and I wanted to see if Malmund was there.
Bert doing Brackstrats again. Last time it took 13. How many Bracks is it going to take this time? We're already up to 5.
I'm not sure if... Oh, there it is.
6.
Now, let's see if he goes with the Brackstrats all the way on Tiamat 2 again, because Tiamat 2, remember, has nuke. He may not want to deal with a nuke Tiamat 2. He may want to try and get it out in a much more expedient fashion.
That is very true. And question asked in chat from Malakoth. How's Bert doing damage to Chaos? It's going to be through the nuke spell.
Has to be.
Because more Brack charges are going to go out onto Tiamat 2, which has a 6% chance.
Oh, second one!
Yeah!
There we go! That ain't no 6%.
Brack to Brack.
That ain't no 6%.
Just as I was mentioning the 6% chance, it lands. We have Burt Reynolds staring Chaos down, healing up before starting this fight.
And he will soon find out that he will not be able to swing at this Chaos.
All right. It is time. Burt Reynolds versus Chaos.
Come on, Bert, finish this off.
The nukes will be flying.
Fighters at the bottom, which is unfortunate because the Black Mage is probably the one we're going to need to keep here.
66 damage from the Ice Sword. That was a crit. 2 nukes go out. 269
340.
and 340. So a good start on damage. Rub
Rub
coming
Says the
out.
Black Mage
Good.
doesn't have a ribbon on either.
No, it doesn't.
Does not. Nuke for 336 from the Red Mage. 2 hits, 2 damage. Nuke from the Black
191.
Mage. Another 191. 2 more nukes being queued up. Another ruse being cast. The White Mage.
Oh, keep Greg alive. Keep Grog alive. You need to keep Grog alive.
354 damage from that first nuke. 140 from the second nuke. A miss from the fighter with an ice sword. 2 more nukes being queued up. 1 more ruse to evade.
Oh,
cap.
we've lost a nuke caster.
Exact damage on the Red Mage. 430 damage. But
Terminate
1 more
it!
nuke for 107 damage. Chaos goes down. Burt Reynolds finishes in 5th place with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 50 minutes, and 12 seconds.
The sub 3 hours.
Considering the power outage that Burt had during the race, he definitely earned that kill. Get your GGs out if you haven't already for Burt Reynolds.
And I have seen he left a comment in the channel. I'm going to ask him about this when he comes in because it's a valid question.
Oh, very much so. Oh, wow. This seed was glorious.
Yeah, this seed was probably my worst nightmare if I were an avid runner.
Oh, wow. Burt getting Brack to Brack. That was extremely nice. 2 6% chances nailing. The first one on the 6th cast, the second one on the 2nd cast. Just holy cow.
And the question I'm trying to figure out is whether Burt Reynolds is going to join us or not. I haven't heard an answer in the SRL. He left the channel. So we're going to try to get a answer on that in a moment here. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the schedule to see what else is coming up here on Speed Gaming in the coming day here. I should point out that on Speed Gaming 1, there is ongoing the SNES Superstars Marathon, which is ongoing right now on Speed Gaming Prime channel. And I think right now we're coming up on... Actually, right now it looks like they're playing Operation Logic Bomb, the Twisted Tales of Spike McFame is coming up. Donkey Kong Country Trilogy is coming up overnight. So you can watch all that. That's going to be going on until Sunday. A lot of different games coming on there. Other events going on here tomorrow. We have some Mario Kart 64. We have Super Mario Brothers 1 any percent. Actually, really exciting tournament going on there. And we have, of course, Link to the Past Randomizer going on, the daily races as well for that. So a little taste of some of the events going on here at Speed Gaming you can check out.
And you definitely want to tune in to the SNES Superstars Marathon because there are a lot of extremely good runs going on during.
And I think Bird is down the channel with us. I was having trouble finding his Discord name, so that explains the problem there. So we'll bring him in and we will chat with Bird about this as we say GG and well earned.
Well, thank you. That was kind of a mess.
That is one of many creative and colorful ways to say it.
So did anyone ever find the floater? Or was floater locked?
Yes, it was found.
So one thing to keep in mind with the logic is floater cannot be locked behind itself. So floater was loose in Sky 1 since Sky 1 was in logic in the left side room, right chest.
Okay, so then the slab turned into a cabin then? Is that what happened?
The slab turned into a shirt
Oh,
because
no.
the slab was the last incentivized, or the Lefanian
Had to be a shirt.
had the last shirt. The Lefanian turn-in. There we go.
Oh yeah, because I found the 3 loose, but it turned out there was 4 loose for some reason. Is that what happened?
No, the chime was actually incentivized because Earth Cave was incentivized.
Yeah, but I thought I found the ship,
The ship
Thor
was
hammer.
the first loose.
The Thor hammer is the second loose.
The Thor hammer was from Matoya because the crystal turned into the Ice 2 hammer.
Okay, well then I just messed that up.
But even still, when you paused for a moment and were looking over your items, that's when a lot of us thought you realized that this was a floaterless seed.
Yeah, well that's what I figured out. That's what I was trying to. I thought something might have gone wrong, maybe I had done something wrong. So then I decided that I can just beat this with the boat right now. But I'm guessing that metal slimes aren't the best grind.
I did the exact same thing. I wiped during my first Topher run
Yeah.
and just went straight down and grinded the metal slimes till my fighter was level 29.
That was the best tile I went to Topher at like 30 or something and didn't have a very good time with my ice sword. So I went and got level 42. And then it was pretty easy.
Yeah, pretty easy when you have a higher level, that's for sure. They don't tend to knock you down as much when you're a higher level. Because of all the metal slime grinding, we got the comment of the night from Lord Fizzlebeef. You were making a lot of slimite in the Northwest Palace.
Then I got max gold. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Max gold, and I bracked 2 fiends in the final dungeon, so that was good too.
6% brack chances. You hit Kraken 2 on the 6th try, and then you hit Tia 2 on the 2nd try, as I was mentioning that Tia 2 only has a 6% chance to be bracked.
Yeah, 6% is pretty good in that situation. My plan for chaos, if he killed my mages and my fighter, because my fighter wasn't going to do much, was to just ruse up my white mage and see if I could brack gauntlet chaos. I think he's got about 1% chance.
It's 3 and 256.
256.
Yeah, so
Which is a little over 1%.
I'm kind of sad that chaos didn't kill my mages. We could have been there for 20 more minutes while I try and brack him.
And we would have been able to see the rest of Chaos' spell list, too.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we don't know where Cure 4 was. We don't know if it had Cure 4. Brady, unfortunately, didn't see that.
Cure 4 could have been on Warmech.
Did
anyone get a Warmech?
Could have been on Lich 2. We could have been on any of them.
Nobody got a war mech. Bert, I did have a question for you. Did you happen to pick up Mosmian by chance?
No, never.
Well, you could have picked up a very easy Mosmian because it was in Volcano 4.
Because I figured what happened was I saw the ice hammer in my inventory and I thought that I'd gotten it loose in Dwarf Cave. So I just made the mistake and thought that I was in go mode, so just like ran out of volcano, probably right past the Mazmian.
That Ice 2 hammer was from Matoya. Now, the item that you thought that you got that may have been loose was probably the defense sword that was the Ice 3 sword.
Yeah, I probably mixed those two up in my head when I picked up the Ice 3 sword. I just mixed it up and thought that I had picked that up somewhere else.
But even still, you showed that you didn't need the Mosmian. You showed that an ice sword can get the job done. Who needs a Mosmian? Who needs Vorpal in this case? An ice sword? That's all I need.
It wasn't even the ice sword, it was the nuke that did the job at the end.
Oh yeah, it was 10 nukes that did it. 10 nukes and a brat
10
gauntlet.
nukes, like 10 nukes, 8 bracks. I mean, that was
a little
that was
help
just
from Lit
glory.
3.
Any nuke,
Yeah.
anytime you get nuke at level 4 and under, nuke is going to be what carries the day, unless there's a magic resist.
But even still, GG's to both of you. I do believe that we're probably going to wrap up pretty soon, so let's get to some final thoughts, and we'll go in order of you finishing. So, Meridian, any final thoughts after this?
I have a feeling that this is going to be an entertaining one to go back and watch. What happened?
That's one way to put
up
it.
to the point of me finishing. But yeah, thanks for Speed Gaming for having us, and everyone for showing up and supporting FFR.
And Bert, any final thoughts from you?
Well, I think I earned my duckling tag with this one. I made a lot of mistakes. But I stuck it out. I mean, the power went out. I was gone for 15 minutes, but I stuck it out and I beat the seed.
That actually was one more question I did want to ask. Did you consider quitting with the power going out, or did you just want to finish the seed?
Well, I wasn't sure if the internet was ever going to come back on because it was out for 15 minutes or so, and I wasn't sure if it would just like kick me out of SRL. But I was going to finish the seed offline no matter what. That's for sure.
Nah, you would have still been. I can say, being knowing a little bit about SRL, that you would have still been in the race, even if you didn't come back for like 5 hours. You would have still been there. So you were fine for that.
Oh yeah, if I had to complete it tomorrow morning, I'd complete it tomorrow morning.
You could have done that.
I don't think I've never forfeited an SRL race. I'm not going to start now.
That is the spirit.
Yeah, but thanks for sticking around and watching me, guys, and cheering me on. That's great.
And thank you for racing. We appreciate the fact that you stuck it out. We got to see 2 finishers on the restream tonight. That was a really rough restream tonight. So thanks for sticking it out, both of you, and GG.
Well, Cyclone, what a night it's been, my friend.
Yeah, we don't see a seed like that very often. The last time I saw a seed like that, I think I rolled that back in 2018. But yeah, that was a legendary seed. So props to Danny for rolling that.
This seed definitely is going into the fame.
The Hall of Fame, I think is what you were saying there.
Yeah, the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you cut out.
Yeah. But, I mean, even still, Danny, good on you for rolling it. Definitely be sure to give these 4 runners a follow. And if you do watch on YouTube, their Twitch channels are going to be the same as you see them in the name boxes.
Exactly. Twitch.tv followed by the name you're looking to go hang out with, and you can check out all of them on their own streams doing Final Fantasy Randomizer or whatever else they might do on their channels. Who knows? Meanwhile, if you do want to follow other people, definitely follow the tracker we've been talking about this entire seed, who rolled this monstrosity, Danny3883. Give her a follow as well. And make sure you follow my co-commentator, SonnyWrath11, also exactly as you see it on the stream.
And definitely give a follow to my co-commentator, Cyclone, whose name has a G and a U at the end of it, unlike how it's shown on the broadcast itself.
Well, unfortunately, someone took that name. Little lucky you did.
It happens.
Yeah, someday. Anyway, make sure you tune in next week for another Final Fantasy Randomizer race. Make sure to go to our Discord as well, and you'll get information on all the races that are happening between this channel and also some events over on Randomania as well. So make sure you check out all the Final Fantasy Randomizer events taking place. Look forward to information about the future tournament. This was a proposed flags up for the future tournament. We may see this again in a future tournament. We may have a few more Nightmare Seas like this. I believe this was the exception, though, not the rule.
Yeah, this
We'll
most
see.
definitely was an exception
Yeah.
overall, but it was still very entertaining nonetheless.
It was. In a 1v1, this would definitely be very entertaining to see what happens at the end of it. But anyway, let's go ahead and wrap up before we keep the channel on for another half hour talking about how rare the seed was. I just want to say thank you again, Sunrath, for co-commentating. I'll give you the final word in a second, but I just want to thank you all, chat, for watching. Make sure you follow Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 236 for all the events going on here at Speed Gaming. And thank you, chat, for watching us talk to ourselves, because if it wasn't for you, we'd just be talking to ourselves. So have a good night, everyone. Sunrath, you take us out.
Absolutely. Definitely want to reiterate that thanks to the Speed Gaming family of networks, Speed Gaming as well as Speed Gaming 2 through 6. Big shout outs to Danny3883 for doing tracking, Burt Reynolds, Meridian BC, St. Von Jester, Demon Frog for running this beautiful monstrosity of a seed. For those that are watching on YouTube, definitely be sure to give them a follow. Give Danny a follow. Give Cyclone a follow. But for Burt Reynolds, Demon Frog, St. Von Jester, Meridian BC, Danny3883, and Cyclone, I am Sonny Wrath 11. Thank you all for watching this Final Fantasy Randomizer weekly race. Thank you all for being fans. Be sure to join the Discord. And until next time, we will see you for another weekly race. Have a good night.
Good night.